Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me there? Can you hear me there? Welcome back to the random show. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me there? Welcome back to the random show. What's happening, everybody? It's I, your host, Agostino Zinga, and welcome back to the random show. Welcome back to the random show. How you doing? How you feeling? Hope you're well wherever you may be. Hope you're well wherever you may be. It's really Monday. What is it? Sometime early in the morning on Monday. I'm gonna crack on with this and just get it done because I need to jump off to the fucking gym. But I want to talk about some things that I saw online, hence the name of the show, the random show. So we're going to discuss some of these things. We're going to run through them as fast as possible in the next 2 hours or so, and we're going to do what we can do. And then of course I'm going to come back later in the week for an extra special long show. So big up everybody that's tuning in now. Appreciate all of you. Wagwan Joe for MIA. Now in Miami it's 10:48 p.m. Wagwan. Big up NJ Ranger, I see you as well. Sniffing Griffin. Big up Brendan Maury as well. Wagwan for the Wagwan. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. I've had an interesting day. Loads of stuff got done. Most of it not really worth even showing or sharing. But one thing that was really interesting I saw online. I'm not sure if you guys know who the kick streamers are. Hill, Mike, and Zerka. Do you know who Hill, Mike, and Zerka are? But these two streamers called Hill, Mike, and Zerka have been permanently banned from Kick because they were on live stream hooking up with a 16-year-old. Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm not kidding either. These two streamers were being unapologetically PDFs on their streams, running around and dancing around with some 16-year-old, and she had a fake ID and some other nonsense, and allegedly they got their whole entire accounts on Kick banned. Permanently so, and they're pretty big creators on Kick. Zerka is always pretty big on there. Hill Mike I always see fighting and stuff, so I'm assuming he's quite big as well. But it's a pretty wild story, man. It's a pretty wild story. These guys are just out here just causing an absolute madness on these fucking streaming streets. I don't know what it is about. Actually, I do know what it is about them, innit? I was trying to say, what is it with IRL streamers and controversy and just being loony bins? It obviously is the nature of the game, innit? Part of the game of being an IRL streamer is to keep people engaged and locked into your streams 24/7. And there's no better way to do that than to just always be in the middle of stuff. You have to do like you know what I mean? You just have to do mad shit if you're in that kind of business. I don't think you need to personally. I think these guys have made it a trend. They probably enjoy it, but I don't think you have to be like the way they are and just do loads of mad stuff in order to keep people watching. You don't have to be a pedo, especially. But they seem to enjoy it. They really do seem to enjoy it. And now they both got their accounts permanently banned, allegedly, from Kick. So this is the post I'm going to show you here, courtesy of, what's that place called? A website called Breaking GNN. And it says here, Zerka, Hill, Mike have permanently banned from Kick for soliciting a 16-year-old whose father confirmed her age. Where are these people's parents? As wild and as disgusting and as awful as this thing is, you have to blame the parents. How the parents are letting their 16-year-old daughter leave the house without any adult supervision and stay over some two middle-aged guys streamer houses is just insane. Like insane. But again, I'd imagine trying to tell a 16-year-old to stay indoors. Imagine trying to tell a 16-year-old girl she can't go out. Do you know what I mean? So I don't envy their position as parents, but surely you have to blame yourself if your kid got mixed up with these two guys. Zerka is a top ally. Okay, forget all that shit. But the main thing you want to see is this, right? Look at this. Allegedly, this girl is 16 years old. Allegedly, she's 16 years old. Hill, Mike, and Zerka are currently banned for hanging out with a 16-year-old on stream. They found out and they didn't seem to care. So this is the post.
I said, what? She said, December 1st? Go ask her birthday later and see if it's the same birthday.
This is not, you're trolling me.
I'm not trolling you.
Look him acting fake concerned. Look at him acting fake concerned, fake annoyed, fake shocked. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Okay,
That's Zerka. That's not Hill Mike. That's Zerka.
dude.
I'm not doing this for content. Jones.
No, because I'm used to Canada. In Canada, you can go to 17, 16. I've never done it, but you can do it. Like, no.
This is America.
Honestly, bro, you know how unapologetic these guys are about this stuff? It's making me think, if you're Chris D'Elia, you're probably watching this thinking, fuck, man, I probably could have got away with it if I did it on Kick. Maybe if Chris D'Elia was on Kick, he could have got away with this.
Buddy.
This is not happening.
I said.
And then the next video. Allegedly, this girl is 16 years old. 16. Could you imagine what you must feel like as a father seeing this? Imagine seeing your 16-year-old daughter on the stream with a guy that's probably at what's Zerka? He has to be in mid-30s, maybe early 40s. God almighty, bro. Number one, what parent leaves a 16-year-old to go? I don't know about you guys, but maybe because I grew up in a really strict household, but I don't think I was even allowed to stay over at my friend's house at 16. I swear to God. I don't think I slept out. I slept over at a friend's house, even at 16. I think I might have slept out when I was living at home the first time. Maybe I was 18 or 19 or something. But 16, no way. Even I wasn't allowed. A big, hairy black dude. Can you imagine a girl?
Welcome to Simp IQ. You sub-service.
Tequila? Wait.
Yeah,
Dave's doing tequila.
Should we drink?
I think we need tequila.
I think we should. Yo, Sagan, come here.
Come on. I say we go and get
Yeah,
some
we should
tequila.
go.
We should.
God almighty, bro. God almighty. God almighty. God almighty. I was just about to say the same thing, Joe. She doesn't even look 16. She looks younger than 16. She looks... If you told me she was 15 years old, I'd believe you. If you told me she was 14, I'd believe you. If you told me that's my 13-year-old sister, Agostino, that's going to high school, hey, say hi to Agostino, I would believe you. I would believe you if you told me, hey, this is my sister. She's 13. I'd be like, whoa, Rob, you're huge, but you look at 13. I don't know. I'm fortunate again. I think I've got my dark arts ways, right? All men have their dark art ways. All men have their things. But I'm so lucky. I'm so fortunate. I thank the God above. Hallelujah, amen. That even in school, I'm sure some of you guys are the same. When I was in like year 10, when like the new girls in year 7 will come around, or year 9 or year 10, some guys will be into it. Like, and these girls aren't even that young. Like, for instance, like if you're year 10, what are you? You're probably like 14 or 15, and the year 7s are like maybe 13. So they're the girls that are coming in from like, you know, primary school into secondary school. And some of the guys in my year will be into that. Oh my God, yeah, there's quote unquote new fresh meat. But it was never my thing. Never. It was always like my same set or older. Same when I got older. I never had that. I never got the whole allure of like, oh, I want a virgin, or she has to be really young. It never interested me. Maybe because I'm a talker and I like to have conversations and shit and all that malarkey. Maybe that's part of it, because I couldn't imagine having a conversation with a 16-year-old. Like, you know, even my little brothers who aren't even that young, you know, they talk like kids because they're kids, isn't it? It's not a big deal. Imagine being romantically or sexually involved. It just wouldn't. But I'm just thankful. I thank the God every single day that I've never had that urge or desire, or it's never been my kink or my thing, because this is just disgusting, bro. This is a grown-ass man with his grown-ass hand and his grown-ass tattoos, grown-ass beard, his grown-ass lips, his grown-ass fillers, his grown-ass eyebrows, deflowering this like 16-year-old live on stream. And this girl, like Joel from MIA said, she doesn't even look 16. She looks 12. If you told me she was between the ages of 12 and 15, I would believe you.
No, on stream.
Oh, we're on stream.
The girl that's 16 is being sensible enough and ladylike enough to tell him, no, I'm not going to kiss you on stream. While he's trying to like look her in the eyes, give her the sex eyes, give her the fucking French kiss eyes, give her the whatever eyes he's giving her. And even she at her young age has been like, no, I can't do it on stream. Let's have some manners. Let's have some decency. And he's just looking at her like, that's a grown ass man. Look his hairline. Look at those lips. Look at those eyebrows. Look at the beard. That's a grown ass man. Paying taxes, paying rent, mortgage, car note, bills out of his ass, looking after his parents or something. Grown ass man touching up a kid on stream.
Oh, she fixed my dick.
Another video.
Nigga, they on my stream. I don't give a fuck. Fake ID, good. Good.
So this is the heel mic guy. This is the other guy that also got banned.
Even though they made those. Even who gives a fuck, you faggot retard losers? Kill yourself. You fucking queer losers always bitch. Nigga, they on my stream. I don't give a fuck.
Did he say nigga? I love Kick, man. I got to stream more on Kick. It's fucking lawless. I stream on Kick more because of the music. I could play copyright music and I won't get taken down. These guys are streaming on Kick so they can fuck underage girls. We are not the same.
Fake ID, good. Good. I didn't even know they made those. Even who gives a fuck, you faggot retard losers? Kill yourself. You
Lovely, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's a bit more as well I need to show you here before we move on, because Kick's clips put all the stuff up there, but allegedly they've been permanently banned from Kick now, so I guess Kick are being a little bit more stringent with this stuff, because I guess, you know, they can't be having guys, you know, committing fucking PDF online. That's not cool. So they've permanently banned them, allegedly. As you can see here, it says, what's the tweet say here? Sorry. It says, Hill Mike has been banned from Kick after saying the following on the stream. Yeah, I like Kick clips too. Big up Keith T. Wagwan Keith T. Wagwan my nigga Keith T. What's happening? What's happening? God almighty, this is tough, bro. Tough one.
Mike, I'm just looking out for you. We don't like teenage girls.
Hold on, let's go back to back.
Mike, I'm just looking out for you. We don't like teenage girls. I do. So leave. I love them.
His own fans. His own fans are telling him, bro, you need to chill. His own fans, his own subscribers are saying to him, hey, Mike, chill with the teenage girl stuff, man. Chill. And he's like, I don't know, he's probably coked out of his mind, innit, or something. The pupils are dilated. Like, he's probably on bare shit right now. And he is spinning. Like, I love him. I love him. Fair play, I guess.
Love them. So get the fuck out of here, faggot. I love them. So go leave. Are you fucking queer retard losers? Are you kidding? Pathetic.
So he's calling his fans and viewers pathetic because they're telling him they don't want to see pedophilia on their fucking streams. Nice. And we've got obviously the context of the videos you've already seen here. There's another video here where she shows her ID, I think, and obviously the ID is fake, I think. Let me just see this last clip and then we'll move on. I think it's this one here, right? I think she shows her ID, but the ID allegedly is fake or something like that. Let me see if it loads.
Do you have lighter?
Chat, can you see it?
Do you have lighter?
Chat, can you see it?
These bitches are actually.
Look at even the fingers. I know this doesn't matter, but look at even the fingers. Look at this grown-ass man's thumb. Look at all the gnawing and the chewing and all the gunk and all the shit on his. That's a grown-ass man thumb. That thumb's been caught indoors, in drawer doors, has been cut under a hammer, has been licked, like all of them. And look at that. That's an actual young lady, a young girl, literally lady. That's a young girl. That's a 16-year-old's fingers. Look at even the fingers. You can tell what age they are. Fucking hell, man. This guy, man. Disgusting.
Illegal?
Yeah.
Bro, we've been trying to tell you guys. Like, do you need to see again? Do you want another level too? Don't slip up. Don't slip up.
Fuck!
Don't slip. That's the whole idea. Give me that. You're.
Josiah's fucked up. Josiah's fucked up.
That bitch was.
Anyway, Kick is a wild place. Follow me on kick.com/Agostino Zinga. Follow me on kick.com/Agostino Zinga. Don't delay. I've got a good little profile on there where I basically, at the moment, I'm trying to stream only music stuff on there. I did like a little test stream where I did some fucking, Balenciaga shit. But if you want to follow non-PDF content, follow me on kick.com/Agostino. I'm trying to fill up at the moment. I'm doing more streams on there. I need more people on there. Follow me on there. I'm going to be doing loads more streams on there. But I'm not going to be doing no PDF stuff. If you want non-PDF content, please follow me on kick.com/Agostino Zinga. This is the perfect time to plug. Just after I showed you a very nauseating, vomit-inducing, maybe illegal video that might get me struck down from fucking YouTube. Just after I just showed you that video, this is the perfect time for you to plug my own Kick. So that's kick.com/my whole name, AGOSTINHO. You'll find a link in the description down below. Click on that, subscribe, follow me, all that malarkey for non-PDF related content. Okay? If you like non-PDF related content, follow me at kick.com/Agostino Zinga. Yo, imagine, bro on the stream chat. Yo, big up Don Dota, Wagwan, bro in the stream chat. Imagine if a story came out of me and a 15-year-old. Imagine how the fucking internet will break. You know what I mean? 10 minutes of sure will be dancing on my grave. Unique will be definitely on it straight away. Maybe 2 Years to Try will make a video about it, and I'll be the thumbnail 2 Years to Try. You see me on the thumbnail. Podcast cringe would kill me. Brendan Shaw will definitely say something about it. Oh, the haters, see? These guys are dangerous, man. That fucking fat English guy, he was, he was touching kids. Oh, Red Bar would destroy me, exactly. Red Bar would destroy me. Red Bar would finish me. That'll be like a 12-hour stream. Red Bar will destroy me. You know what I mean? Red Bar will destroy me, but that's never going to happen because, like I said, that's been one of the things I've been lucky about. I've never been into the young girl thing. Like, throughout my whole entire history or dating life, for the most part, I've never chased after young girls ever in my life. It's never been a thing. I've never got it, to be fair. Apart from obviously the people the visual side of things, but the practicalities of it, it's just never interested me. Like, speaking to a girl that's 10 years younger, 15, are you insane? What? No, thank you. No way. You know what I mean? I don't like even being in their fucking company. You know what I mean? If I go to a party and there's loads of fucking young kids in there, I already feel like a fucking boomer. The last thing I want to do is try and hit one up. Ugh, it's just disgusting. It just doesn't make any sense to me personally. There's loads of, and as well, it's not even fair enough if you're being into young girls, but there's loads of ages between 16 and whatever age Zerka is. There's many ages in between that. Why are you going down there? You know what I mean? That's way too far. Why not 22 or 25? How about that? Is that okay? Maybe even 30? Or is that too old? Fucking hell, bro. 16. Zerka must be how old is Zerka? Can we see? I don't know if he's got his age online. Zerka age. How old is he? Is he 32, 34? He looks way older than what he is anyway. Allegedly, according to famous birthdays, he's 30. There's no way Zerka's 30 years old. He must be the oldest 30-year-old I've seen in my life. Allegedly, this guy's 30 years old. Really? Okay. And then Hill Mike. How old is Hill Mike? Again, still too old for a 16-year-old, by the way. Still too old for a 16-year-old. How old is Hill Mike? Hill Mike is 20. Nah, these guys have maybe because they've lived a hard life, innit? Maybe it's all the drugs and the alcohol and shit. But these guys do not look 30. They do not look 30. They look way older than 30. Anyway, what can we do? Good way to open the show, innit? Pedo news. Anyway, moving on. Talking about other news we have to talk about here. Can we have a mention about this story concerning fucking Erik Griffin? So, Erik Griffin has been accused of being a Karen or a snitch, according to this story that was shared on the Legion of Skanks Instagram account. So I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you think in this particular story that Erik Griffin is a snitch or is he a Karen? I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Is Erik Griffin a snitch, a Karen, or both? Let's hear the story courtesy of Erik Griffin and Legion of Skanks. Let's get the bitrate down so it fucking doesn't slow up my computer. Bear with me a second here. I've got, and then let's go. Come on, son. We're not gonna play it? We're not gonna play or what? What's happening? We're not gonna play. Oh, it's not playing. I don't know why it's not playing. Bear with me 1 second. I gotta refresh this. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this. 13 code gears is fucking hilarious. But that's also like hard drugs done daily too. I don't think that's why these guys look the way they do as well. Yeah, but it's all done daily. They're rich streets. They've got almost unlimited funds. And they also don't work a regular job. So they've got all the time in the world to get fucked up completely. So it's no surprise they look the way they do. But there's no way that Zerka's 30 years old. I don't buy that in the slightest. Or Hilmike is 30. I don't buy that in the slightest. No way. No fucking way. Those guys look way older than fucking 30. They move way older than 30. Do you know what I mean? Like, they fucking move. Exactly. Cloud K20. Exactly. You're in your late 30s. Do you think fucking Zerka is 10 years younger than you? Or 8 years younger than you? Really? Come on. Come on. Oh, what's happening here? Come on. Load. Okay, cool. Bear with me a second. As okay, cool. I got encoding error. Bear with me a second as I let this kind of load in the background. I think do I have too many windows open? No, I don't actually. I don't have a lot of windows open, but I think it's just taking a while to load. If this doesn't load, I might just X this. Actually, let me just X this one. And then we can come back to another one. Bear with me a second as I get this working. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you like it down below. That'd be appreciated. Bear with me a second. I'll get this working. I'll get this working. I'll get this working. I'll get this working. I know it's like City, but bear with me. It's happening. We're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back. Don't give up on me yet. Don't give up on me just yet. We're coming back. We're coming back. Cool. I close that one off. Bear with me 1 secundo. Come on, son. I closed you already. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's get rid of this as well, and then we're gonna roll on. I don't have many open today. I don't have many open today. Don't worry. It's just this particular video is being a bit GAY. I don't have many open because it's not a long show today, so it's not that many open. Just this one particular video is being GAY, but we'll move. Cool. We're kind of ready to roll now. I think it should be fine. From now on. Let's quickly go back to this. Let's get one of these windows back, and then we continue on. I think it should be okay by now. Let's continue on. We've got no more encoding errors there, have we? Nope. Cool. Ready to roll now. Cool. Okay, let's load it on the Instagram side. I was gonna play on stream, but let's load on Instagram. It should be okay by now. But give me a second as I get it uploaded on here, and then we'll see what we think of Erik. If he's a Karen or if he's just a regular snitch. Cool. Let's bear with me a second, right? Let's go. Let's take this off, and then let's put the video up on here. Bear with me, and let's put it on there, and then we're gonna roll with it. Cool. Yo, big up the stream chat too. I want to maybe cover some merch stuff, but it's a weird one, isn't it? Merch, like, I don't know what to make of him just yet. I don't know if he's full of shit or if he's just like, if that's like a Florida guy personality thing that he's got, because he does this thing. Have you seen Merch when he does those stories? when he does stories about like girls used to fuck, or when he used to work as a bouncer or as a DJ in a strip club, he used to sell coke and strip. Like, is that real? Do you think all that stuff's real, or is he just like gassing the thing like Florida shit? Because I don't know if it's real. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, Joe, that's not a Florida guy. Take that back. Okay, fair enough. I don't know about the merch. I don't know if he's full of shit or if those are like real stories. Anyway, doesn't matter. Who cares? So let's go into the video. So the video we want to play here is this one, courtesy of Legion of Skanks Instagram. It features Erik Griffin talking about this issue he had with the with the Lyft driver. So let's see, is this guy a snitch, a Karen, or is he both? Let's actually refresh it so we get the video playing straight away, so we can just play it from the start, and then we're going to comment on it and see if Erik is either a Karen, a snitch, or both. Oops, not playing again. Fuck, why does it keep doing that? I hate this fucking Instagram.
You look like Mr. Potato Head. She said this to me. Okay.
Stand-up comedian, by the way. Stand-up professional comedian already complaining about somebody making a joke about his appearance. What a fucking bitch. But anyway, let's just not bury the lead. Let's continue.
Lyft one time, and a lady was being weird, and she says to me, "You know, you look like Mr. Potato Head." She said this to me.
Okay. So far making a good point, but all right. What happens next? I'm with you.
So you had an astute
I know what she means, but I mean like time and place.
Thank you.
You just met the guy.
I just got in your car. I don't know you like this. So I'm like this. And I'm tweeting at Lyft. So I'm in your Lyft right now.
Oh, you ratted her out in the car?
Yeah.
Over Mr. Potato Head?
No, it was uncalled for.
Yeah, but it's on the money.
Yeah, but get to know me.
We're getting
If
old.
you get into a Lyft and somebody's like, "Oh, you're a fat Patrick Stewart," you would be like, "Hold on."
Yeah, but if someone got in a lift and said,
But right away, get to know me first.
I was in a Lyft one time, and a lady was being weird, and she says to me, "You know, you look like Mr. Potato Head." She said this to me.
Okay. So far making a good point, but all right. What happens next? I'm with you.
So you had an astute
I know what she means, but I mean like time and place.
Thank you.
You just met the guy.
I just got in your car. I don't know you like this. So I'm like this. And I'm tweeting at Lyft. So I'm in your Lyft right now.
What a bitch.
oh, you ratted her out in the car?
Yeah.
Over Mr. Potato Head?
No, it was uncalled for.
Yeah, but it's on the money.
Yeah, but get to know me.
We're getting
If
old.
you get into a Lyft and somebody's like, "Oh, you're a fat Patrick Stewart," you would be like, "Hold on."
Yeah, but if someone got in a lift and said,
But right away, get to know me first.
I was in
Honestly, I'm glad of my early displeasure and disliking of Erik Griffin has been proven right. I knew from the minute I heard him talk, from the minute I heard him, opine on certain things, from the minute I saw him move, the way his body sits in t-shirts, the way his face is, this guy's a bit of a cunt. And it's been proven right. Anybody that treats people that pick them up in cars, especially Lyft drivers, Uber drivers this way, is a complete piece of shit. Because I count those people as like service workers. If you're a cunt to service workers, you're a cunt across the board. No exceptions, no fucking, exceptions, no benefit of the doubts. If you're a cunt to service work people, you are a piece of shit. Anyone in the stream chat who's worked a bar job, who's worked behind a bar, who's worked in hospitality, who's worked in clubs, any person who's worked in stores as a sales assistant, anyone who's worked in supermarkets, whatever, you would attest. If that person's a cunt to you in the shop, most likely they're a cunt outside of the shop. As a person, it just personality stinks. And Erik is one of those type of people. First of all, in this particular scenario, he's a stand-up comedian. Second of all, as per the flyer or the cover image of this stream, Erik Griffin looks the way that he looks. So Erik Griffin has heard this joke about Mr. Potato Head many a times, especially when he used to have this look. Now he's changed the look because I think he looks much better now. I think his wife probably, because this new look that Erik Griffin's got is something I think a wife would inspire, or maybe comments on streams. Or maybe, right? Where she said, "Oh, actually, you look quite nice with the beard." So this stubble thing he is going on, where he kind of grows out the beard, he actually looks way better nowadays. But when he used to have this particular look, he looked fucking horrendous, right? This particular look here, where he was trying to do this like Mr. Potato thing, head look, or he was maybe trying to carry on the persona of the actor that he played in. I forgot what that show he was in. He basically had the same sort of hairstyle. Maybe he was trying to make sure that people recognize him outside of the show, so he kept the same hairstyle. But this sort of like haircut, or this sort of like way he trimmed his beard and the way he dyed his mustache and how he cut his hair, he did look like Mr. Potato Head, especially with those glasses. But now that he's somewhat changed his look and he's let his beard kind of fill out a bit, he doesn't look as much as like Mr. Potato Head. But still, that nose is that nose, that face is that face, those eyes are that eyes. He's probably heard this joke a million times before. I understand, to give him a little bit of grace and to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt, I don't understand it's annoying. When you look like somebody, I understand it's probably super annoying when people keep reminding you what you look like or who you look like. I get it. But as a stand-up comedian, surely you should have thicker skin than the usual person. You're part of the 1,250 sailor, Navy SEALs, elite fucking samurai comedians out there, right? You're in the hallowed group of comedians that are handpicked by Rogan, so much so that you get to perform at the Comedy Mothership. So you're the elite of the elite, the top ranking comedians out there. Surely you should have thicker skin than the average person. Surely you should be able to take some ribbons, some jabbing, even if it's from a fucking Uber driver, even if it's done in the most haphazard, clunky, weird way. Because like he said, opening a fucking a lift door and then having the fucking driver just instantly insult you or take the piss out of you is pretty like unnerving. Oh my God, what the fuck's going on? Maybe you're not even in the mood. Maybe you're thinking about something else. Cool. But to then get in a car and start tweeting at the lift, like if he just said he was annoyed by it, I'd understand. Yo, big up NJ Ranger, appreciate you.
If I was him, I'd be thankful people aren't going with Dookie with Groucho Marx nose/glasses
Exactly.
/stash.
Exactly. And at least he's getting recognized. At least people are giving a shit about his fucking face in the first place. Come on, man. Who gives a fuck? Big up NJ Ranger. I understand, right? I understand how annoying it can be. I get it. But surely, if this story started and ended with him saying he was annoyed by it and it got on his nerves because the person just was overly familiar and he hates when fans just assume because people say the piss out of him on pods and him in real life and that whole fucking soliloquy, cool, you got a point there, I understand. But to then start tweeting directly at Lyft to try and get that driver banned, to try and make them lose their employment, try and make them lose their fucking job, lose the ability for them to put food on their table because they said an out-of-hand, off-the-cuff joke to you one time. No, you're a dickhead. If that person was going on and on and on about the Mr. Potato thing and they wouldn't listen to him saying, no, can you leave me alone, please? I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to read my lines. I'm trying to understand this garbage, this, this marble mouth text from fucking Brendan, whatever it may be, fair. But if that person said it once as an offhand joke in the moment, and then you're texting, fucking tweeting at Lyft directly to try and get them to fucking, say, hey, DM us so you can get the fucking driver banned, you are a piece of shit. Because in all honesty, Lyft drivers, normal working class / middle class, lower middle class people are the ones that fucking pay his wages. They're the ones that fucking fund his fucking life. They're the ones that go watch his shows, watch your fucking podcast in the first place. They probably are the ones that recognize you the most and will say fucking what's up. You're probably going to interact with the most on your everyday life because they're the ones working service industry jobs anyway. So you're getting the very people who love and appreciate you, who follow you all around the country, fired because they made an offhand joke about what you look like, which is something that you are aware of. Don't act like you don't know you look like Mr. Potato Head. Don't act like you didn't like lean into it at one point. Don't act like you didn't use it as a crux to try and get some attention and shit and to try and have some like comedic fucking relief or a little bit of a shtick that you kind of use. Like similar to what fucking a hacky thing similar to what Bert does with taking his t-shirt off. At one point he enjoyed the fucking Mr. Potato Head insults or the ribs and the jazzing because it made him relevant, and somehow he's now become, offended by it. But regardless, even if you're offended by it or not, you're a stand-up comedian. Have thicker skin, please. Please have thicker skin and stop trying to get fucking regular, normal folks fired for an offhand joke. Was that person, quote unquote, out of line or maybe inappropriate for saying what she said to you? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe in the moment, cool, whatever. But it's a fucking joke. Take it on the chin and move on. Stop being a fucking baby and trying to get people fired. Like, this guy is what a dickhead. If this is true, by the way, he could be lying for comedic relief. He could be just making a story to make it funny. But if he did get in a car and get called Mr. Potato Head and then start immediately direct texting Lyft to try and get the fucking the Lyft driver fired this guy's a piece of shit. And everything that I thought about him, my initial, bad feeling that this guy's a bit of a hater. He's a little bit like bad-minded, the kind of person that would legitimately stab you in the back for a fucking role. I'm the kind of person that definitely talks bad about people behind the back. Like Erik Griffin is definitely the type of person who on stream will be defending Brendan and be acting like, I don't understand why people say certain things about Brendan. He's a great guy. But then in private, he'll be saying mad shit about him. I wouldn't doubt it. Definitely Eric's the type of guy who will chastise the haters and the trolls for talking bad about him. But then he being Brendan's friend, he probably talks the worst stuff about Brendan behind the back. For sure. He's that kind of person. Definitely the kind of person who's bitter, who's envious, jealous, that he's not where he probably thinks he should be. And now we know why. Because in his spare time, he's fucking trying to get Lyft drivers fired. This guy's a piece of shit. If what he said is true, if it didn't happen and he's lying for comedic relief, fair. Okay, I take it back. But if what he's saying here is true, Erik Griffin's a piece of shit.
In a Lyft one time, and a lady was being weird. And she says to me, you look like Mr. Potato Head. She said this to me.
Okay.
We
so far making a good point, but all right. What happens next? I'm with you.
So you have an
I know what she means, but I mean like time and place. Lee.
Thank you.
You just met the guy.
I just got in your car. I don't know you like this. So I'm like this. And I'm tweeting at Lyft. So I'm in your Lyft right now.
Oh, you ratted her out in the car?
Yeah.
Over Mr. Potato Head?
No.
Being proud to rat as well is like even more diabolical. If he said what he said and then he brought it up and they're like, oh shit, I didn't think of it like that. Fair enough. But he's like, yeah. Being proud to rat, inadvertently ratting, one thing. You shouldn't do it anyway. But if you inadvertently rat because you just, you felt angry and agreed at that point and you wanted to make a point and you wanted to be heard, cool. Or you want to get the person back, cool. But if someone points out, you're like, oh shit, I ratted, that's bad. But being proud that you ratted, you're a piece of shit.
It was uncalled for.
Yeah, but it's on the money.
Yeah, but
We're getting old, dude. We're getting old.
Get into a Lyft and somebody's like, oh, you're a fat Patrick Stewart.
By the way, the way he said his insult to Bobby Kelly was way more insulting than what the driver said to him. The driver probably said to him, oh my God, fuck, you look like Mr. Potato Head. Like in a funny, jovial, trying to build some sort of familiarity. Maybe overly familiar, but still, I bet you the driver said it in a way more almost loving way than what he said to fucking Bobby Kelly about the Patrick Stewart thing. He said that with way more venom in his voice, way more fucking bite, way more insult in his voice. Like, that really came from a real place.
You would be like, hold on.
Yeah, but if someone got in a Lyft and said...
No, but right away, get to know me first.
I was in...
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, you sausage finger cunt. Like, fuck you. Honestly, his fucking ring can barely fit on his fucking finger already as it is. He fucking does not miss a meal in the first place. But yeah, Erik Griffin's a piece of shit. Not surprised. Again, all my initial feelings and disliking of Erik has been proven right in this particular clip. I hate people that take the piss out of service workers or try and get them fired in this regard. Like, what a cunt. You're a stand-up comedian. You should have thicker skin than a regular person. Stop being a fucking bitch and stop trying to get people fired. Simple as that, really. Fuck Erik Griffin. Fuck Erik Griffin. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Absolutely nothing. Don't know a thing or two. Don't know anything. I'm fucking stupid. I'm fucking stupid. I'm fucking stupid. I'm fucking stupid. Cool, moving on. And being stupid. We've got another post here, courtesy of No Jumper subreddit. ASAP Bari wants to run a fade with house phone. Oh, Jesus Christ. And of course, Adam22 is at the center of it. Adam, whenever there's an ex No Jumper drama thing going on, Adam22 is always somehow involved in it. You'd think for all the things that happen between him and house phone, he'd try and like keep out of it or just ignore it or move on. But Adam22, there's one thing that he loves, it's proving that he's a sociopath. Let's play the clip.
Somewhere, bro.
Oh my God. Why did ASAP Bari just hit me up and go, please set this fade up for me? And he sends text messages and it's house phone. It's like him and house phone arguing. Please set this fade up for me. They've been going back and forth on it. Well, really, it's mostly just been house phone talking about him for many, many years. Wow, that is fucking hilarious. Oh no.
What a piece of shit. And it's not only House Phone. Bari said some stuff to him directly that obviously we don't see. But House Phone was the one that was vocalizing it back when they used to do Disconnected, back when they used to do the No Jumper show. House Phone would always be talking about how him and Bari have some. I don't know what the beef's about. ASAP Bari is the founder of Lone, also a member of ASAP Mob and shit. And him and House Phone have a long-standing feud beef. I don't know what exactly it's about. It's probably something lame about jeans or something. But regardless, they don't like each other. They did make up recently. I'd say maybe in the last 18 months they kind of made up, but I guess they're not cool again. And for some reason Bari's texting Adam22 to try and set up the fade, which is weird, because if you have someone's number, just set up the fade yourself. Why are you texting another guy to set up for you? Weird. But you'd think for all the shit that Adam22 has done to House Phone, for all the drama he's, you know, put on fucking House Phone's doorstep, all the shit he's been through together, whatever's happened, you'd think he'd want to stay out of it, but of course not. These guys are a piece of shit. And again, this is what I say about Adam22, to give him some credit. At least Adam22 is consistent with his piece of shit actions. He doesn't try to pretend. He doesn't try and act like he's a good guy, like he's a fucking, like he's not a villain, right? Like he doesn't ever. He always acts like exactly the way you'd expect him to act, but people can't seem to get enough of him. People love to be around him. They love to tell him their secrets, share things that they shouldn't share with him. And then he obviously stabs him in the back, kind of. He doesn't really stab him in the back because he's fairly upfront about who he is. So I want to know, like, is clout that fucking intoxicating? Is it that blinding that it just fucking rids you of any common sense, where you just can't think rationally about things and be like, hold on, maybe I shouldn't tell this person this secret. Maybe I shouldn't trust this person with this thing because they have a track record of being a piece of shit to everybody. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't put my faith in a guy that's burned every bridge with his friend. Maybe I shouldn't put my faith in this guy who uses his friends like pawns on a fucking chessboard. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because again, you can't blame Adam for being Adam. Adam's always on Adam. But why do motherfuckers always like to be around him and always like to trust him, always have to put their faith in him, or put their fucking careers and livelihoods on the line for him as well? I don't understand it, because you never do the same thing to other people. Look at how he did Sharp. Sharp at one point was like the MVP of No Jumper, holding them down when everyone was fucking leaving and shit. And then Sharp got, you know, basically put to one side, got dunked on his own show by those fucking homeroom university dudes, and it hasn't been the same since. Fucking Point and Shoot has also been going at him. So I don't know, man. I'm surprised why people keep staying around him. But again, maybe clout and power and influence, all that shit is really important. But in this particular situation, if this fight did happen, House Phone's gonna die. House Phone can barely walk. Allegedly, he has diabetes. He does coke all the time. The guy doesn't look like he's fit. House Phone's losing that fight. 100% guarantee. I don't think Bari is a good fighter anyway. But if ASAP Bari and House Phone did fight, House Phone is losing that fight instantly. He can barely stand up. He walks with a weird fucking limp and shit. Like it's not happening. Like he's gonna get fucked. So it is what it is. It is what it is. What can you do? Big up Broken Priest. Agosino, do you like or love grape soda? What is that? Is that some sort of like racial? Is that some sort of racial insult? Is that some sort of new thing on stream people say? Like, hey, are you a fan of twerking? Hey, do you like strip clubs? Hey, are you a fan of 50 Cent? You like Kendrick Lamar? Was that those one, or is that a genuine question? Mr. Broken Priest, is that a genuine question, or are you trying to fucking racial stereotype me? What's happening there? What's happening? Please let me know in the stream chat. Are you being sincere, or are you trying to make a joke, trying to make a ha for hee because I look a bit dark? What's happening? Please let me know. Please let me know. Are you being racismo, or are you being nicer? Racismo or nicer? Let me know in the stream chat. Are you being nicer or racismo? Based on your answer, I'll decide what I want to answer. Okay? Big up Broken Priest. Anyway, moving on. It looks like Riley won't be back on Yuri's stream anymore. According to Yuri, Riley will not be back on the streams anymore.
To anyone that hasn't heard this message yet, I'll probably have to say this a couple more times, and I think Riley might say this as well, but Riley does not want to be a part of the streams like that anymore. You know what I mean? And that's her decision, and you guys have to respect that. You can't get angry about it. You can't do no. Like, if you're getting angry about it, feeling weird about it, that's you're being a weirdo. It's like Riley chooses to not be a part of the streams anymore. Chooses not to be like on stream like that anymore. And I 100% respect that decision. And I feel like so should you guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that comes with the streams.
I find it funny that he's almost trying to blame the fans for why Riley doesn't want to be on stream. But if you've been paying attention to this dweeb, this Poindexter, this dork, this loser's life, you would know that Riley's made it fairly evident in various streams that she's very uncomfortable being on streams anyway, for the most part. She does join from time to time, but for the most part, especially when they're always arguing, bickering, when the stream's always trying to push her buttons, she doesn't want to be on stream. She's made it very evident and very clear. Riley just refused to stop streaming because it was his career, it was his passion, it was his thing. I'm doing it. He almost made it seem like Riley was holding him back from being or becoming the best IRL streamer he could ever become. Like, she was almost holding him back. She was the reason why he wasn't ascending to the higher levels that he should have been ascending to, because Riley was a quote-unquote normie that didn't want to have their whole life on stream all the time. But then, you know, it obviously transpired that way. Right, Yuri would still do his thing. He would still leave TTS on even when they were having arguments. People would obviously tip and try and like push their buttons, or just tip and try and cause drama, which they did. Big up the fucking Harmonious Kick or Harmonious Yuri Kick fucking fans, because they are fucking ruthless. Especially some of the YouTube fans on his Yuri 2 account. They'd be fucking sending him some crazy super chats that'd be read out by TTS during their arguments while they're quiet in the fucking back of a cab, that would then spark another fucking argument. So these guys were literally playing these motherfuckers like fucking puppets, right? So Riley, I feel like, again, I've not really paid too much attention closely to them. I don't watch every streams. I catch what I can catch when I can catch. I see the clips on the Reddit when I can see them. But from what I surmise, from what I can kind of decipher, Riley's never been comfortable being on stream, ever. She's never been comfortable being on stream. She hardly is comfortable talking on fucking camera. She's very shy, it seems like, kind of introverted a little bit. So it was very obvious that she didn't want to be on stream. She was only on stream because her boyfriend's doing it and she loves the guy and she wants to support him. And obviously it's a lifestyle that's supporting both their lifestyles, or it's a job that supports both their lifestyles, so why not get involved? But she's never wanted to be on there. That's the fucking hilarious thing. So he's trying to act like he's telling the fans or us off, but he should be telling himself off, because his bickering, his gaslighting, his constantly annoying of his girlfriend is what led to them fucking now having to go back to San Francisco to kind of like decompress and hang out with her family and get her life together, and then decide, I'm not want to be on stream anymore, and then maybe eventually moving up to San Francisco. It's all because of Yuri's inability to keep all the arguing and bickering off stream, his inability to de-escalate, his inability to just like move on and not be petty and try and have the last word in arguments. All these type of things that he's done all the time is what's led to this situation. So I love how he's trying to act like, hey, we are the problem. We're not the problem, bro. You're the problem. You are the problem. If anything, they're both the problem. Him and Riley are both the problem. If they stay off stream, if they keep a relationship off stream, maybe it might be better. I don't think so, because I still think they argue behind the scenes anyway. But if they were to keep their relationship off a stream, it solves all their problems. But they don't, because unfortunately for them, and unfortunately for Yuri, the most entertaining part about Yuri is his fucked up, destructive, very abusive and manipulative relationship with Riley. That's the only interesting thing about him. No one's watching Yuri for his insights or views on certain topics or hot takes. He's not a good IRL streamer. He barely has any good opinions about anything. He's always high. Like, he's a terrible streamer if you just think about it in the overall sense of things. He's not super offensive where you want to turn it off, but he's also not entertaining enough where you want to clip him if he says anything outside of his arguments with fucking Riley. That's the only thing, because it's cool to see, like, you know, a bit of a dork have to kind of handle a girlfriend, you know, like he's handling that in real life. Like, oh shit, I've got an attractive girlfriend. How do I kind of handle my insecurities and jealousies and possessiveness and codependencies that I have? That's the only thing that's interesting about him. So the weird thing is that getting Riley off stream is good for their relationship. I'm happy for them. If they're going to be in love forever, cool. Yo, big up Addy Z. Appreciate you, brother.
Those of you just tuning in, this man fumbled.
Exactly. Yeah. No, actually, he didn't fumble. They're still together. Like, I don't believe this whole narrative that they broke up. They haven't broke up. They're still together. They're still together. People don't believe this, but I've seen many couples like them where they're completely horrible for each other, but they're also perfect for each other. They're not going anywhere. Neither party is going anywhere. They both love each other. They both need each other, really. They can't afford to go anywhere else, so they're not going to go anywhere else. So I assume what probably happened was that she was due to go back to San Francisco anyway. She went back, but then obviously during this time, it was a coincidence that they were also going through a tough time together, and it was a benefit. It kind of fell. The cards fell in place. You know, she was meant to go there anyway. They're having a tough time relationship wise. You go there, you have a bit of a break. Your family tell you some home truths, and then you can kind of move on with and then you can kind of maybe reassess your relationship, and then you go back to Yuri and say, hey, if we are going to be together, I don't want to be on stream anymore. We might have to move closer to my family, blah 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 blah, whatever. But I still believe they're still together. I don't believe this narrative that they broke up at all. Zero. They're still together 100%. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. But regardless, it's better for their relationship. But I think overall, for the stream, it will be the worst thing possible, because maybe Yuri would like that. I think Yuri wants to be left alone. I don't think he cares about changing his behavior. He just wants people to stop looking at him. That's the thing. He wants people to keep donating, keep subscribing, keep following him, but he doesn't want you to bother him about his relationship, which he put on public, by the way. He's the one that put his relationship in public, in front of the cameras, on fucking stream, and now suddenly he wants you to stop asking about it, even though he put it in front of cameras. But I think he would probably prefer for everyone to leave him alone and just let them do what they want to do. So that's what he probably prefers. So if it ends up being a boring stream and nothing's happening, he'd be happy about that. He'd be over the moon. If it's a boring stream that no one gives a fuck about and everyone's fucking doing their own thing, he'd fucking love that. He'd love that. So yeah, I don't think they're broken up. I think they're still together. Nothing changes between them two, and Riley is now essentially putting her foot down somewhat. Putting her foot down. Big up Addy Z.
Sorry, coin toss.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Perfect Contos, yeah. Perfect Contos. Big up Addy Z, appreciate it, brother. Big up Addy Z, appreciate it. But yeah, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Riley's still there, and it looks like we're not going to see Riley on stream, which we probably still will see her on stream. She'll probably pop up in the back somewhere from time to time. But I guess in terms of the long-term future, she doesn't want to be on stream anymore. She wants to do less streaming stuff and stay away from Yuri's very toxic fan base, which I don't blame her for, to be honest, because Yuri's fans are a fucking nightmare. Let's be honest. Yuri's fans are a fucking nightmare. Exactly, like his actual fans, not his trolls and shit, and not his distracted, but his actual fans. Like the way that they fucking push his buttons and his girlfriend's buttons needs to be studied, man. Those guys are fucking awful. They're awful. They are fucking evil. They play with those guys so easily on stream. It's fucking hilarious. So I don't blame them for fucking deciding, you know what, enough's enough, no more. Moving on from that one. Let's play this clip. Blasey defending his right to be naive and oblivious about Adam 22. I thought this clip is fucking hilarious. It features Blasey talking about the Adam 22 situation. If you guys don't know, Blasey, for some reason, this guy here in the corner, he felt comfortable enough to tell Adam 22 about his issues with Yuri over here. Allegedly, Yuri owes Blasey some money for taxes for the podcast they've got, which is called Disconnected, underneath Biggest Bros. And for some reason, Blasey, even though him and Adam aren't close friends, he for some reason felt comfortable enough to tell Adam 22 about his issues with Yuri's inability to pay fucking taxes. Fucking crazy. But listen to Blasey anyway, tell these guys it's okay to be naive. I don't think so, because Adam 22 is a well-documented piece of shit to a lot of people. And these three guys here, Housephone, Potlord, and Yuri, have all suffered for Adam 22's behavior. So Blasey doesn't have a leg to stand on. But Blasey argues in this particular clip that he's allowed to be naive.
Things where you just got to realize, like, you know, who you dealing with, and like, you just gotta be careful. Like,
never been snake like that. I'll keep it real with you, bro.
I know, but I know, I've always used. Hear me out. Like, I'm like, when you asked me, like, if I was okay with you going back the last time, like, that wasn't even a thought in my head to tell you otherwise. I'm like, nah, like, bro, like, do you, because I know you, and I know you're not about to go in there and do or say anything maliciously.
Entertain some shit.
Yeah, you feel me? And like I didn't even have that. I never even had that thought, but as you can probably tell, it's like, okay, like, just hearing that at first is kind of like, damn, well, like, like, why did he feel the need to like, you know, like discuss like some inner workings to act like to somebody that you know has a vendetta against realistically like a lot of like both a lot of us.
And that's a great question. I could simply answer that. It's like I thought he had the respect of a private conversation that he could honor in private.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. Blasie's a smart dude. He's got a business. He works with big record labels, big brands, doing marketing, doing merch, design, consultation. He's a grown-up in some ways. He's got his own company where he hires designers and graphic designers and illustrators and whatever else working in his office. That's where the podcast is fucking hosted, or that's where the podcast is located. That's where they do the podcast. But he's so naive and dumb that he thought he could trust Adam 22 in that situation. And the thing is, fair enough, if this is an isolated thing, cool. But because of the, you know, the baggage that Adam 22 has beef or has drama with all three of these guys sitting here, Housephone, Potlord, and Yuri, you probably should keep all that stuff that you have about this guy to yourself, especially business-wise. Why would you tell Adam 22? I know he's a business owner too, and maybe Blasey thought, oh, CEO to CEO, founder to founder, you know, owner to owner, we could have a chat, but he's not your friend. If you want mentorship, go to a fucking networking event somewhere and get mentorship. Don't find it through fucking, you know, Adam 22.
He always had.
I feel like he's
I thought that was just some unspoken rule.
I feel like he's proven
He's
like
never done
time
that
and,
to me.
But I feel like he's proven it time and time again to like other people that like, you know, it's like
I mean, yeah, I feel
it's one of those.
I kind of used it as an analogy. I was the last one to get slapped in the face. That's all.
But that's not a good analogy though. I'm not gonna lie, that's not a good analogy. I don't like that analogy. I've never have and I never will. You have to wait for 3 of your friends, 3 of your co-hosts, 3 of your colleagues to get slapped in the face before you realize, oh shit, I might be next. Or you see them all get slapped in the face and then you don't even brace. You don't even like defend yourself. You just let yourself get slapped. That's not excusable. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. Especially because he snaked or he slapped all 3 of these guys in the face. Plus all the other people, T-Rail, AD, Duno, everybody else, Kiki even, right? Lush, all these people got slapped in the face, but then you think you were special.
It was, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I was immune from it. It's just my
Hey yo, Wagwan Uche in the chat. Wagwan Uche.
my opportunity had it.
I don't think you're the last yet.
I don't think there's anybody left.
At the end of the day, I don't think it was that big of a deal. Like personally, like I feel like you maybe slipped up, said too much that you wasn't trying to say. But it really,
But I don't want Yuri.
it really
to feel
depends
like,
on what Yuri, like how Yuri feels. I have no dog in this fight.
Yeah.
It depends on how Yuri feels.
Yuri's not gonna feel anything. Yuri's a pussy. Yuri only fights girls, especially his girlfriend. Yuri's not gonna scream. Yuri's not gonna gaslight. Yuri's not gonna go crazy, which he should do to Blasey, because no one else's business, their own business and their own financial situation should be no one else's business, really and truly. But like I always say, once you involve somebody else, you're not in control of it. If you're a guy and you involve another person, which means you're pursuing somebody, and you say some wild shit, you're not in control of what they say with that wild shit. If you send wild shit, if you say wild shit at DMs, whatever you want to say, you're not in control of their response. So you have to be wary of what you say in this situation. When money is involved in stuff, if you're involved with another person with money issues, you're also not in control of what they do. But you would imagine if they're your friend, they'd hold you down. At least your ops. Fair enough if he's going to complain to his business partners, right? Fair enough if he complains to his family, okay. But he's complaining to your ops. He's like revealing your current financial status in a way to your ops. He should be crashing out on Blasey the way he crashes out on Riley on stream. But it's a man, so he's not going to do it.
This is also like, you know, number one, this is the Ass Pizza episode as well.
Yeah,
2 minutes left.
Facts,
yeah,
facts.
exactly.
We need to squash up beef.
Yeah.
And and number two, just like just dwelling on this, I've just realized the past 2-3 months is just going to be repeating like more and more weird narratives. That's like you're just wasting your time and effort on, and it's like, you know, like you say, like stress is the cause of all illness and shit like that. Where it's just like, why do I want to keep dealing with this? And I've spent the past month like not even talking about anything, and then now we're dealing with, you know, okay, so at that moment you're like,
I hate how he plays victim. I'm not gonna lie. I want to give Yuri benefit of doubt and shit, but this victim thing that he does is so annoying. and so enraging. Bro, we've seen you on stream say crazy shit about Lush, say crazy shit about Comparada, say crazy shit about Adam 22, about his wife Lena and the business they're in, which you're okay to say. He's warranted, and he's, you know, warranted, and he's in his place to say what he wanted to say about those guys because they came at him. But don't act like you're innocent. Like you were all flinging mud at each other. You're just getting frustrated now and getting annoyed at it, and you don't want to move on. Fair, but don't act like it just came from nowhere. They just started saying stuff about you. You were saying Lush was gonna have a crack baby. You called Compa loads of other names. You said crazy shit about Lena and the what and all the fucking sex tape shit that she does. Like you said some wild shit about everybody included. So don't act like you are innocent in this regard. You threw a lot of stones. Don't hide your hands.
Like it just felt like a little slap in the face from like the homie, but it's like we already talked about it, explained him, but I feel like we don't owe the audience a full explanation. You know what I mean?
we already had the 48-minute conversation.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't like the way he's smiling and trying to move on things, because if someone did that to Blasey, he'd be pissed. That's the thing I don't like about Blasey. If someone did that to him, he'd be furious. But I also have analyzed, if you've watched the show long enough, you would have seen there's definitely been a shift in their relationship. They're not as cool as they once were. They're going to say differently on camera, but if you've been watching Reconnected, you'll know Blasey doesn't really fuck with Yuri like that anymore, to be honest. So it's probably not surprising that he did pillow talk to Adam 22.
Oh, as soon as you know what I mean. At the end of the day, that's why I told him if it means, you know, like I followed that full immediately. It's like, all right, I'm like you click play on that game. I'm done. I'm not even trying to respond.
Ooh, I unfollowed Adam 22. This guy, honestly, man, how old are you? I unfollowed him. That's not like a big deal. Maybe just don't talk about your friend's business to somebody that they don't like. Unfollowing doesn't help.
I'm not going on my story, putting no emojis, adding to nothing. Like, no, bro, I'm on your side, Yuri, and you could really trust me. You'll never see some shit like that.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
You know?
Thank you. Dude.
I truly love you. And
Y'all hug it out. Y'all hug it out. Hug it out. Hug it out.
I'm gonna get
Come on, man. Hug it out. Hug it out. Let's go.
Kiss. Grab his butt.
All right, there you go.
Oh wait, why everybody really preemed out today? All right.
I heard my boy pushing a what?
Yeah.
But no, what's up?
Fuck them. This is new shit.
There we go.
It's a family. Fuck everyone else. That shit doesn't even matter. Yeah.
That's a fact, man.
Right?
I like
Who
that.
the fuck cares?
Yuri is so stressed.
That's a
Don't
fact.
give any attention to this negative bullshit.
Don't you got nothing matters on the side of your head?
Yeah, nothing matters.
That's
So why do you care?
Nothing matters and nothing personal.
Yeah, we got ass pizza in the
Oh,
building.
guys.
Nothing.
Anyway, you saw the clip. You saw Wagwan there. It's actually, I said before in another clip, it's actually sad because this is actually a really good guest and an amazing Paul. Ass Piece is a great designer, been around for a while, super influential. All these guys love him, love his designs. He's been around for a long time. Yuri's one of his biggest fans. So it's actually disappointing that this drama happened on this episode, because this is a great guest, a great Paul, a great booking. They should have been way more hyped to talk to him about that than talking about Adam 22 stuff, but you know what that is. I've seen some of you guys talking on the stream chat about Erik Griffin's wife. I don't know about you guys, but maybe I'm gassing the thing, but isn't it quite normal for people to, like, isn't this a normal situation? I've always seen, you know, less conventionally attractive men with good looking women before. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know why people are making that much, like, I don't think she's a gold digger. She just might like him. She might love him. I don't know. I know she's not maybe somebody that you would expect to be with Erik. Fair enough. I understand that side of things. But it's also not that crazy. You've seen it before. You've been to fucking Trader Joe's and seen some fat dude with like some girl that you would describe as a hottie. It's not that far-fetched. Let's be fair. It's not that far-fetched. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think some of you guys are being a little bit crazy with this stuff. It's not that crazy, you know? I understand it's not wild. It's not the most conventional thing. Maybe some of his celebrity did help it, but that's what you're meant to use it for, right? If you can't use your celebrity to bag a baddie or to bag somebody out of your fucking, you know, out of your league, what's your celebrity worth, really? You should be doing it for that, to be completely honest, right? You should be using your celebrity to bag someone that you probably shouldn't be able to bag. Like, why else would you work hard to do that thing, you know? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't really see it as a bad thing, to be completely honest. And also women as well, like, they have different sort of like needs when it comes to partners. It's not always about looks. And Erik, for the most part, has been an actor, comedian for a long time. 20 plus years. He's never had a conventional job. He's had a resurgence in his comedy career recently at the Comedy Mothership. Most likely we'll have like a big special coming up soon, maybe Netflix, maybe somebody else. So he makes good money, enough to look after a woman. Well, I don't think she looked. I think she works at Thingamajig anyway, right? She does what she do? Is it Walmart visual merchandise or something? But it's not that crazy. I don't know. It's not that wild, really. It really isn't that wild. I'm surprised you guys think it's that wild. It's not really that wild, to be fair. And she's like, you know, I know she's not like a turtle, but, you know, not to be like the judgy type of a person, but she's, you know, she's alright. Yeah. Not to be that person. It's not my point at all. She'd probably say I look like a fucking troglodyte, but it's not that crazy. Come on, you guys have definitely seen couples like this before. Like, yeah, exactly. Someone say he's famous. Like, you guys have definitely seen couples like this outside. Like, it's not that crazy. Like, look at Ethan Klein and his missus. Same sort of thing, really. You know? Maybe she's a bit hotter than Ethan Klein, but still, same sort of thing. It's not that wild. You've definitely seen this before outside. It's not that crazy. But hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But congrats to them anyway. Congrats to them. They look like a lovely. At least with Erik Griffin and his wife, he actually looks like he likes her. I know he complains about her a lot on Golden Hour, but I think he actually likes her. He actually does appreciate her. He likes spending time with her. They seem like they like hanging out with each other and shit. That's a benefit. Most of these other comedians, they seem like they fucking hate their partners, and they just put up with them, and they're literally just like, you know, nannies that they can fuck. But at least with Erik Griffin and his wife, they actually look like they love each other. Look like they like hanging out with each other and whatever it may be. So may they long continue. May they long continue. Going on from that one, we've got another clip I want to play here that features, I'm not sure if I played this before, Adam22 talking about the Blasey situation, and he basically clarifies a few things and also reminds Blasey that he's working with bums. So what does he expect? I think this is a clip. Let me play this for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about.
Stop with the Custer behavior, bro. You talked shit about Yuri to multiple people in the office. They mentioned to me one of the things you said. I had no reason to think that I couldn't say it on the podcast because you out here running your mouth about people that you're supposedly homies with. I didn't say all the shit that I heard that you were talking about them. And now you're trying to act like I'm...
That is really concerning, isn't it? Adam22 is making it seem like there's more shit that Blasey said about his co-host. Most likely House Phone and Potluck, which makes sense because there was a period where Reconnected wasn't on. They missed a couple of episodes. I think Blasey's office was flooded. I get the feeling he's not super happy that he has to do the podcast in the studio anyway. I don't know. Maybe a part of me thinks he's a little bit annoyed about it, but doesn't really want to say anything because they've got nowhere else to go. Yeah. It's not, you know, it's not as smooth as it was in the beginning. So I don't know if Adam's being Machiavellian here by suggesting that Blasey said more things about other people there, or if he's actually telling the truth.
Bad guy? Bro, you didn't even tell me. You told somebody else at the office, and now you're trying to act like I broke your trust or some shit. No. You were talking about Yuri like you didn't want anything to do with him. And I heard about it. So I mentioned one little tidbit about the fact that he owes you money because he's dead broke, which we all already knew. And now you're trying to pass the blame off to me instead of just admitting that you did something wrong by talking shit about your friend. Blasey, this is low behavior. I thought you were of better moral character than this shit. You know what I just realized? I only have myself to blame.
Imagine Adam22 trying to give you lessons on morality. Adam22 trying to give you lessons on morality.
Blasey has inherited the 22 mentality. Don't take accountability. That's the old me. That's 2023 me. The new 22ster, nah. We taking responsibility when we're at fault, and we claiming our W's. But Blasey, I think your internship at No Jumper might have hit a little too hard, because there's some serious accountability that you need to take. You need to either let Yuri know what you really think of him, or you need to accept and apologize for running your mouth about him. It's supposed to be your boy. It's supposed to be your podcast co-host. I want to do that to Brick Baby, right? So yeah, Blasey, 22 mentality hit you a little too hard.
Blasey's the worst friend ever, man. Again, Adam 22 is a piece of shit, but he's a consistent, unapologetic piece of shit who has a track record of being a piece of shit. Blasey should have known better than to tell Adam 22 intimate personal details or whatever about him and Yuri's business relationship or status or issues. There's no reason to tell Adam 22, especially when you know Adam has beef with Yuri, Yuri has beef with Adam. Dumb move, dumb thing to do. Of course he's going to use it as something of a stick to beat him over the head with, and now he's emboldened fans, myself included, with ammo to keep hitting Yuri over the head with. Now Yuri won't hear the end of it. Every time Yuri goes to spend money, people in his stream chat will be like, have you paid back Blasey? Have you paid back Blasey? How about money for the taxes? It won't end. So Blasey inadvertently added another narrative, another arc, another saga onto the Yuri thing that he was probably happy about, that it was kind of ending because Riley's not been on stream anymore, and now fucking Blasey gave all the fans, all the detractors, all the haters more ammo to kind of beat, or to kind of, you know, to use to kind of shoot at fucking Yuri. Fucking crazy, man. Honestly, Blasey's the worst friend, one of the worst friends you could ever have. Why would you share that sort of info with Adam 22 of all people? Why? There's no need to do that. Absolutely no need. Fucking crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, another update courtesy of Yuri. This is the latest Yuri update. So Yuri tries to update us and let us know what the situation is with the taxes. I think this update is hilarious because he's almost trying to deny what was said and what was kind of suggested, but he still basically says what was suggested. He owes Blasey money for taxes, simple as that. But he's trying to, like, you know, be semantics, man, with the whole shit. It's absolutely redacted. But listen to him trying to explain the situation and why people should leave him alone and all this malarkey. It's fucking funny. Really, really funny thing. Listen to Yuri here.
I keep saying the same shit over and over and over again. I keep having to just, like, clear up false narratives or twisted narratives or completely lies. You know what I mean? Like, and I keep standing on this, and it's completely true. I have nothing to lie about. I have nothing to fucking hide. I have nothing to lie about. I have nothing to, like, I'm not a flexer. I'm not a dude who, like, you know.
I'm not a flexer. I wish I had the clip to hand where he was saying that everyone's broke. All these fans are broke. The clip where he says no one at No Jumper could buy a house. Like, I wish I had that clip to hand. I wish I had that fucking clip to hand.
Pumps up my ego. I'm like, well, none of these things.
Where he says how much money he made during the subathon, flexing and shit. I wish I had that clip to hand.
Where it's like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I literally have nothing to hide or lie about. All I've ever wanted is a clear story. And also people keep, to the people, okay, here we go. Clear response. To the people saying like, oh, this is Yuri's fault. Yuri started everything. Watch my old video on the Yuri 2 channel where I explained the whole chronological order of events, and it's kind of just snowballed to this point now.
No one's gonna watch your chronological, very skewed, very biased account of what happened. We can see what happened. We've seen all the clips on the No Jumper subreddit. We've seen the timeline of events. Everyone's been slinging mud at each other. I think he's just getting fed up with the mudslinging. He wants it to end. But you started it. You were involved too. You engaged. You exchanged the mudslinging. You don't get to call when it's over. It's over when it's over, but you don't get to decide when it's over. And you don't get to claim you're a victim when you also engaged in the mudslinging. You got into the gutter. You got into the fucking mud. Like, just own up to it. It's okay. But this whole, like, oh, people look like you're not that important. People are going to look at the old thing and your chronological. No, we're just going to see what's being said on stream. We saw you fucking call Lush a crack baby. We've seen you say disparaging things about Adam 22 and his wife and all this malarkey. We know what's happening. We know they said stuff about you also, but have some accountability, please, sir.
Sorry.
Lovely, lovely.
Sorry about that. But
lovely.
That was a big ass burp.
Yep, lovely.
But number 2 is I don't want to speak too much on this, but it's like I talked with Blasey like for like an hour, like to Blasey, house phone, and Paulo too, but like Paulo showed up a little bit later and so the house phone. But I talked to Blasey for like an hour about the situation.
About him exposing you to your ops. How do you feel about that? Maybe that's a better way to talk about it. Maybe talk about that subject a bit more instead of trying to, instead of trying to cope and trying to fucking, make excuses for what's happening, because you owe the guy money. It is what it is. You know what's funny about this clip? He doesn't even need to explain this. It's no one's business. You owe some guy money, cool, but it's none of our. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to talk. You don't need to clarify anything. Just leave it alone and do what you need to do behind the scenes. No one really needs to know this.
And Blasey, legitimately was super apologetic over the situation.
Yeah, I bet he was.
And it seems like
he fucked up hard.
Now another narrative is being spun that this, whatever Blasey said and apologized for is not even true.
That's not a narrative. What else is that? What is a narrative? The narrative is that you owe him money for taxes. Is that true or not? If it is true, then it's not a narrative.
For real or whatever it is, but regardless, guys, this whole narrative that I owe Blasey money, I feel like people think that it's like I've never asked anyone to borrow money, number one, but people think
no one thought that. I've said it before in my streams. No one thought that Yuri gave you money to pay taxes. I said most likely what happened, because Blasey is the one that filed the LLC, whatever. Most likely, he's the one that just fronted the cash and just paid the taxes off, just to pay it off in the beginning, because he filed whatever the registration for the LLC. Then he probably went back to them and said, hey guys, I paid the taxes for this year or for this quarter, whatever it may be. Here's how much it is between the four of us. Pay me back when you can pay me back. And then of course, Yuri didn't. That's what I think happened. No one's suggesting that Blasey gave Yuri money for taxes and he has cash. No one's suggesting that. He's just being semantics, man.
It's like I've asked Blasey to borrow money, or Blasey's been texting me saying, yo, where's the money at? Hey, can you pay me back now? Blah, 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 whatever it is. It's like none of those things have happened. I haven't borrowed any money from him. He hasn't directly asked me, said, yo, can you give me this money?
Listen to that. He hasn't directly asked me. But then listen to what he says, the next part. He says he hasn't directly asked me. So if you owe somebody money, do they have to directly ask you to get it back? If they're your friend, can't you just give it back to them when you know you have to give it back to them? But listen to what he says anyway. Listen to what he says.
Or whatever it is, what happened, just to have a clear story, because we don't want to talk about it too much yesterday because Ask Pizza was there, but we just did the taxes, right? We just did the taxes for the whole past year of Reconnected. And I did not see these text messages. I was in the middle of the 30-day stream. I didn't reply.
Could you imagine how furious you'd be if you was Yuri's friend? Allegedly, he can't answer texts or look at his texts because he's doing a 30-day stream. He can't check his texts. Could you imagine how furious that would make you feel? You're trying to get in touch with him. You're texting him on the fucking group chat and he's not responding because he's doing a 30-day stream. So what? Streaming for 30 days, you can't check your phone. You don't check your phone while you're streaming like this. You don't have it on the table with you just to check. Full of shit.
Reply to basically any DMs. I'm still going through some old DMs from the 30-day stream. I didn't reply to any DMs, and House Phone and Blasey even said this when I came back to Reconnected. They're like, bro, you didn't reply to any text messages the whole 30 days and 30-day stream. And I said, yeah. I was like, I couldn't. I was just super busy. I was like,
that's a lie. Some of the streams he was sleeping. He slept on one of the streams, which is why he got kicked off the Kick Creator Incentive Program thing. You're not meant to sleep on those streams. Those streams, I think that program basically allows you to earn an hourly wage by streaming on Kick. But one rule they have is that you can't sleep. I'm guessing so that, you have to work when you're earning. So they don't let you do sleep streams because people would just be sleeping and making money from it. And obviously Kick would lose out on it. So he wasn't even... he's acting as if he was doing loads of shit all the time around the clock. Half the time he was arguing with Riley or fucking around. You had all the time in the world to just quickly check your phone. Your stream would have understood. Hey guys, 1 second. If we could go through my DMs, if we could go through my fucking chat, I'll be with you in a minute. Like your chat would have understood. So what are you talking about?
Hella invested and super busy in my, in the $1 a minute 30-day stream. It's like every moment of my day was on stream. Every fucking moment we were doing something important that had to do with the stream and shit. So I just like could not reply. I just didn't even open them. You know what I mean? So apparently during that 30 days is when Blasey had, like he didn't text me saying like, yo.
You see, look at the semantics. Blasey didn't directly text me, but he texted a group. Of course, that's the group business. I'm sure they've got like a group chat for Reconnected where they share group Reconnected stuff, communications, topics, what time they're going to be at the fucking pod, I'm running late, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, he's not going to text you directly. He just put it out in the group chat because everyone needs to pay it equally anyway. But he's the only one that didn't check it.
Oh, you owe me money. No, he texted the...
Imagine how pissed off Blasey must have been watching him argue with his girl on stream while he owes him money, and also flying around or traveling around the country, staying all these luxury or lavish Airbnbs, drinking, smoking, having a whale of a time, and he owes him taxes money. Oh, I would have been boiling.
Reconnect the group chat saying, hey guys, just did the taxes. This is how much taxes we owe. And this is how much it is split amongst all 4 of us. So, pay me back or whatever it is. Like whenever you guys, like we'll figure.
He didn't say it like that, by the way. He probably said it a lot more clearer, a lot more to the point. He did not say it like that.
Way to like pay Blasey back, I guess, for the taxes. That was not just towards me. That was towards me, Housephone, and Paul Lord. All 4 of us are part of the podcast. All 3 of us, we're the ones who like, we're not the taxes aren't going through us. It's like the taxes are going through Blasey. So that's why it's a thing where it's like we have to pay motherfucking Blasey back for that shit. That was what, a month ago, bro. That was like a month ago. May. I'm not sure when he filed it. I think it was like towards the end of April.
It doesn't matter.
But
you haven't paid him back.
A month ago that this happened. This whole crazy narrative that's like, oh, Yuri fucking.
So you haven't paid him back in a month plus, because we're now half a month already of a new year. So you haven't paid him back in like maybe even 2. Wasn't it like wasn't his subathon like in March or something? Or maybe was it subathon in March or April? I don't know. But regardless, it's been a month and a half. You still haven't paid him back.
Owes Blasey money. Blasey's like hunting him down or sad or mad about this. It's like, that's insane. That's insanity. It's not.
No, he is sad and mad about it because he told Adam 22. Honestly, he's lending people money anyway, especially your friends, is always difficult. As other people have mentioned on the stream, I've mentioned it before, if you lend money to a friend, you have to almost expect you're not going to get it back. Me personally, if I do lend money to people, I don't ever want it back anyway. Because I think if you have to ask me for money, you're probably quite damn bad. If you have to ask me of all people for money, you're probably quite damn bad anyway. So I'm not going to then want it back from you. Just have it, whatever, it is what it is. You can maybe bless somebody else and kind of pay it forward. But this guy, he owes you owe him money, and he's trying to like explain it and like excuse like, what? Just pay me back money or shut the fuck up. It's no one's business anyway. But again, scumbag shit.
True at all. And here's just another situation which I have to like clear up some weird narrative where it's literally,
there's not a weird narrative. You owe the guy money. He's pissed off enough, aggrieved enough, upset enough that he'd share this information with your mortal enemy, Adam 22. That should tell you everything about how he feels about you and the situation. The fact that Blasey would share it with Adam is probably a better indication of where they are in their relationship, him and Yuri, really, to be honest.
3 people involved. It's me, Adam, and Blasey. Me and Blasey are like saying the same story. There's only one person saying an alternate story.
What's the alternate story? Adam said that Blasey told him. Adam didn't even say Blasey told him. Adam said Blasey told somebody else in the office, and that other person told Blasey. People on the street, people on the Reddit are suggesting that it probably was Comparator. Maybe Comparator told, maybe Blasey told Comparator about Yuri owing him money, and then Compa told Adam, most likely, because Compa and Blasey are close. But there's no what lie is Adam saying really? The crux of it is true. You owe Blasey money.
It's a reoccurring event over and over and over again of like the lies,
the weird narratives, and I'm just so tired of it, bro. It's just continuous. Every day I have to go on stream and be like, bro, guys, I'm not motherfucking stalking Riley, dude. Riley and I went up to up north to go look at houses, and we were looking at houses for multiple days, and then we
That's a troll. And also mentioning looking at houses when you owe your friend money for taxes is hilarious.
stayed at a cabin together for 2 days, just hanging out. It's like, what do you like? These fucking narratives are so annoying, and just clearing them up like fucking feels like lowers all of our intelligence here. And also, it's like, I feel like it's for sure like projecting coming from Adam, because it's like if anyone owes anyone money, it's like I'm sure he's in those shoes for a ton of other people. And
so now you're just lying. You just hypothesizing. You're just guessing that he might owe someone money when you actually do owe somebody money. This guy's his brain is fried, man. He probably smokes way too much. His brain is fried.
Ex-co-host and shit. I mean, ex-host and shit. Stalking Riley is crazy, bro.
Bro, dude,
it's so weird.
bro.
It's like people who. It's literally people who like. I don't know, man. It's like I'm a small streamer. Like it's like people who like care a lot about me and Riley and our relationship in the streams, but they don't care enough to watch the streams. Because if you guys were watching the San Francisco streams, I already explained all this shit. It's like I have to explain it again because the narrative was formed out of nowhere. But it's like.
But you're not that important enough people to care enough to like dig deeper. They're gonna look at what they see on Reddit, like what fucking what's his name, Moist Critical did. They're gonna see that one video of you spazzing out or going fucking crazy and psycho and crashing out on your girl because she made a video when she was in high school and didn't tell you about it, and then you stumbled across it. They're just gonna make a judgment based on that one because that's what people see. They see first impressions count. No one's gonna be digging and trying to find out who you really are and what you're really about. No, we're just gonna see what we see and we're gonna make our judgment based off that, like everyone else does. We're gonna judge you based on the thing that we saw first, and then if we find out other things later on down the line, fair enough. But we're not gonna do our like who does that? No one does. And you're not that important for people to do it anyway. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, regardless, dumb situation, all in hand, all in all. Yuri tries to explain it. Basically, tries to gaslight the audience into believing that it's no big deal when it clearly is, because Blasey told Adam about it, which is something that he definitely shouldn't have done, but he did it anyway because he was that pissed off about the situation. So it was clearly bothering Blasey enough for him to tell Adam. So if that's the case, then it's probably a bit of a serious situation. But you know, Yuri loves to play the victim. He loves to play the victim. Doesn't like taking responsibility. So I'm not too shocked to see him say what he's saying now on stream. Not too surprised, but I am kind of surprised, but not too surprised in the slightest. Moving on, Space Clip question of Brendan loves dad TikTok. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see this coming. This is what I didn't see coming. We made all our predictions on this lovely stream about what the next grift will be for Brendan. I said he might become a Traeger guy, get into barbecues and shit, but I'd never envisioned him becoming a fucking TikTok dad. I swear to God, I never envisioned Brendan becoming a TikTok dad. Sorry, never ever envisioned that to be the case. But I guess that's the new grift: TikTok dad, baseball dad, boy dad, sport, or whatever that fucking term is. He's definitely gonna lean more into that. And this is another clip where he kind of talks about that sort of stuff as well, and the stuff that he's been watching on TikTok and what's been getting his attention while he's been browsing that God forbidden CCP app.
Dad, go. I did it as a story.
God forsaken.
Keep going. This one, tired dad entrepreneur. Go to his TikTok though, bro.
His TikTok.
If you're a dad, this thing. But the music's what gets you too. The fucking music, dude. The music will get you.
Before you play this, did you see? I want to play this too. Did you see Robert De Niro with Bradley Cooper and David O. Russell? They did Silver Linings Playbook. Remember that?
Yeah.
And David O. Russell, I guess, has a troubled son.
Meaning? Drug addict, or he was born with a disability?
Probably, I don't know. I know David. I've met David several times, and I'm a huge fan. I don't know anything about he's a good man. I don't know. But it was really wild because De Niro you got to see the clip because De Niro. They said, do you feel like, do you understand, what he was writing about? And De Niro goes, I understand exactly what he's going, and he started crying. Like he couldn't talk. He was like,
yeah.
And he goes, sorry to get emotional, but I know exactly what he's going through because he has a son. And I was like, it was like, when you have a kid, dude.
Ooh, it'll get you. Dude, if you're a dad, follow this TikTok. It's fantastic. If you're up in the morning by yourself, dude, it's just tired dad. His TikTok, it will pull at the heartstrings, dude. We gotta have the music.
I've been writing about this a little bit, and one thing, let me see this.
Niggas will write about being a good dad instead of just being a good dad. Instead of performing good dad shit on fucking stage and fucking LARPing as a good dad on social, why don't you be a good dad in real life, mate? Why don't you be a good dad in IRL? Hey, maybe quit some of those dates. Maybe focus on podding and hanging out with your kids and raising your two families, living in separate houses, in separate states, on separate sides of fucking America. Why not do that first? Maybe. But hey, what do I know?
Wow. I've been writing about this because one of the things about being a dad is you're expected to solve all the problems and shut the fuck up,
turn it up. There's a bunch of them, though. Get you. He's hugging the kiddos.
Can you explain it for the audio listeners?
Yeah.
This feels like the kind of things like there's a psychological. It's like, when you're going through like a bad time or you're going through like heartache and you start watching like motivational videos or you start to watch videos about recovering from a breakup. Like this feels like one of those type of things, isn't it? He's going through something, isn't it? You don't stumble across this side of social media on a whim. It usually gets you when you're like, it's like when you start watching videos of like, people that are in the army coming back to see their kids and shit. Maybe you miss your parents, maybe you miss your family members or somebody close to you. You start watching those things again. It doesn't usually just come out of nowhere. It's usually a reaction to something that you're already feeling. So Brendan must be going through something to suddenly be like, kids are quite nice, aren't they? They're quite lovely, aren't they? Kids are quite, like, what's happening here? What's happening?
So it says, I saw a study that said most children don't have memories until after the age of 4, which means all these sweet, happy moments are literally gifts just for us, meaning dads. Slow down and enjoy.
There's nothing I enjoy more.
Oof.
There's nothing I enjoy more. Honestly.
That was even the one that one would have got me this morning. But the one I was, it's another one of the kids like that.
Same guy, right?
Same page.
Let me know if you see it.
It's funny because if you paid attention to comedy podcasts, you'd remember, if you're in touch, if you're in tune with the law of comedy podcasts, you would know there was a period of time where a lot of these guys would talk about how hard they worked at stand up, how much it takes, the effort it requires, the sacrifices, and they'd almost give themselves pats on the back for abandoning their families. Oh, it's a requisite part of being a stand-up, it's what you have to do. You have to kind of give up some stuff, you have to sacrifice some stuff. They almost used to it was kind of like a song and dance. I missed so many things. You missed recitals, you missed this, you missed that. They all were kind of almost bragging about it. And now you got this guy suddenly trying to do a 180 and try and LARP as or try and cope that allegedly, being a dad is better than selling tickets and being on the road with your friends and shit. I don't know that's true, mate, because you told us for many years that you like to be anywhere but home.
Yeah, man. It's as a dad, you're expected to solve the problems. And,
This is the one that made me cry.
Yeah.
Dude. Bro. Well, if you don't have kids, you're probably like, what the fuck?
Please explain for the audio.
Well, even if you do have kids, if you look after your kids and you love them, this sort of stuff isn't going to get at you the way that these guys will. I think these guys are feeling like this because they spent such a long time not being with their kids, not hanging out with their families, not hanging out with their wives. And now that they're forced to because their careers have kind of plateaued, they're now trying to tell us like it's awesome. We know it's awesome. Those of us that have kids, those of us that have partners that we love, we know it's quite fun to hang out with your partner. We know it's quite fun to hang out with your kids. We know. We do it all the time. You're the ones that didn't do it. Don't try and fucking wake up all of a sudden and try and tell us the virtues of fucking, drinking water. We'd all been drinking fucking water. None of us believed that fucking coffee, just because it's a liquid, that it counts as a form of hydration. None of us believed that. You did, but none of us did. We all did enjoy a cold, chilled glass of fucking water. Most of us do. Most of us normal people do. Now suddenly you're drinking water, you wanna, fucking give us a fucking lecture about filtered water and bottled water and water bars. It's like, bro, we know. We fucking know.
So one of the things I would say.
So it says this one, it's playing a video of the dad hugging his kids. It's clearly in the morning.
Fucking hell, that was a good Flocko impression there from Brian Callen, isn't it? So. That was a good Flocko impression, isn't it?
Please explain for the audio.
Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would say. Well, so one of the things I would. Well, so one of the things I would. Well, so one of the things I would. Well, so one of the things I would say.
So it says this one, it's playing a video of the dad hugging his kids. It's clearly in the morning. They're both in their jammies. And the dad's they just woke up, came downstairs, says, we saw a quote, "Your fatherhood will outlive you and live inside your children forever." And he says, and I can't unfeel that. Oof. Yeah, and yesterday the thing with
whatever, man. Whatever, bro. Like I said previously, part of me is also happy about this because at least Brendan's being like a present dad. So the kids win because the kids are innocent, the kids are sweet, the kids are angels. The kids deserve to be loved. The kids deserve to be, doted over, poured over, loads of attention, loads of affection. They deserve all of that, right? They're perfect, innocent beings. So they deserve all of that and more. So even Brenda's only getting to this point because he's not selling tickets, because he had to cancel his European tour. It's all good in my book. At least those kids get a dad that's present and that gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Because before he didn't, when his career was the only thing he was chasing, he wasn't giving a fuck. But now the podcast is where it is, stand-up comedy is where it is. At least he's being a good guy and he's looking after his kids. So I don't have an issue with that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have an issue with that. It's annoying, but I don't have an issue with it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have an issue with it. Moving on. We got this great clip courtesy of Tim Dillon. Big up fucking Tim Dillon. Big up my nigga, Tim Dillon, who I fucking love. I fucking love Timothy Fat Pig Dillon. I fucking love him. He had a very interesting observation about the American dream that I want to play for you guys, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will react to well, because I'm sure some of you guys know this to be true. But I've just found this out today because Tim Dillon is my fucking idol. And I'm also not American, so I don't know this stuff. But listen to Tim Dillon's interpretation of the American dream. Fucking fantastic.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I think that maybe these Ozempic drugs change, and everyone's like, well, isn't that the easy way out? America's the easy way out, dummy. We've always been the easy way out. What are you, nuts? No one in this country is looking for anything other than the easy way out. Everyone has been looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or some fucking thing they can figure out and make a lot of money. Nobody in this country is looking for how good it feels to do a day's of work. I just feel good doing the Lord's work. No one in this country, maybe somewhere else, but not in this country. This is the easy way out. That's what we do. Russia fights World War II and wins. We take credit. Easy way out. It's what we do. It's what we do. Yes, I know your grandpa died on D-Day. Fuck off. They lost more. I'm not even saying that, the sacrifices of us, but it's not even comparable. It's the easy way out. It's what we do. We're good at it. We're good at the easy way out. Agreed. Taking the easy way out and making it look hard is actually more difficult than doing the hard work.
I disagree with that one, but
no one respects anyone who works in this country. Look at them like they're scum, as you should. Someone who's working, you immediately feel bad for. Our parents, and I said this on Tucker, they used to point to people in the street and who were working and go, look, that's what you're going to be. If you don't figure it out, that's what you're going to be.
Exactly, yep.
You're going to be in the street working all day. Like that in-shape guy you see working, you're going to be like him. If you don't figure it out, you can sit at a desk all day. It's just funny. I'm like, listen, think whatever you want about these drugs, and maybe they kill everybody in a year or two. I don't fucking know. But this whole idea that it's hilarious. And it's like people are like, well, that's taking the easy way out. It's like that's everything we do. Everything we do is the easy way out, buddy. It's everything we do. That's the easy way out, that Ozempic. Hey, man, that's what we're into. That's what we're into, the easy way out. It's the easy way out. It's why we have a 5th grade reading level in America. Most Americans read at the 5th grade level, okay? Because the 7th grade books are too hard. The 5th grade, you know why? Because it's the easy way out. TV. And then the internet's even easier than that. It's on your phone in your pocket. And what do we use that to do? Get smarter? Oh. So cut it out. Cut it out. I mean, listen, you might not like.
So you got the gist of it, right? I think you have to take what Tim Dillon says with a pinch of salt, especially when it comes to Ozempic. Because Tim Dillon is a morbidly obese guy who's never lost weight the normal way, probably ever once. He's probably never seen his penis, maybe from the age of like 13. So that's one thing. And he's also a podcaster and a professional stand-up comedian. I think he hangs around with too many people in the entertainment industry who are trying to make it in the entertainment industry. And they maybe work normal jobs in an effort to make it in the entertainment industry. But there's plenty of people, I think even Americans, who work hard, regular jobs, and have no aspirations of working in the entertainment industry, no aspirations of not working hard, who enjoy everything about working. They enjoy the commute, they enjoy lunches, they enjoy team meetings, they enjoy sitting at their desk, they enjoy company days out, they enjoy everything about work because it fills up their day. It allows them to speak to adults, it allows them to work to a common goal, it allows them to feel like they're a part of something, to contribute to something, to whatever it may be. Like, people like working. So I think entertainment people that work within this field who have this aversion to work, because a lot of comedians, a lot of people in entertainment will say that, oh, I never wanted a job, I always went to work for myself. It's like, yeah, we all have aspirations to work for ourselves, but some of us have to just work for other people because we have no other choice, because we have to pay rent, because we have to pay our car note, because we have to pay our bills, put ourselves through college and school and shit. Yes, we have maybe dreams to maybe one day do our own thing, but in the here and now, we get done the adult shit and we just get on with our work. And then we look to these guys as comic relief and as a distraction from our everyday lives. But I also think this is a very particular American thing. I'm not going to lie. I think in Europe, even though we have social security and shit for the most part, right? We have universal credit here, not universal basic income, but it's similar to universal basic income, where it basically affords you up to like, I think, £1,000 or something per month, which is obviously not a lot, but it covers some. If you live in a certain area, you can maybe cover some of your bills, but then you also have to, like, you know, keep up certain things to get the money in terms of searching for jobs, going for interviews, blah 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 blah. But I think in the UK, we probably don't have aspirations to just be layabouts. I don't think everyone has that, to be fair. Even people that are on benefits, they eventually do want to start working, making more money. I think that's just part of it. You just want to work for the most part because there's not really much to do in the United Kingdom leisurely. I think in the States, you have more leisurely things to do. You have places in the States where it's sunny all year round. So maybe you can do stuff. I think in the UK, there's not really much to do. The weather's shit. The leisurely activities are pretty stale outside of drinking, getting fucked up, eating and shit. But you need money to drink and get fucked up and drink. So you go and work. So that whole idea about not ever working is not something that ever kind of crosses our mind, to be honest. Even myself, like, if this channel takes off and it becomes my full-time thing, I probably will still keep a job. Why not? It's extra money anyway. Why would I just focus on one thing and put all the pressure on one thing if I can just spread it across the board? And if I've got the ability to still work while I'm still young, why not do it anyway? And if it also affords me the opportunity to maybe progress, get a promotion, and maybe do some other things and box and bobs and maybe earn and maybe take my earning potential a bit up, why wouldn't I do that? Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm looking for like an excuse to just kind of, you know, sit in a hammock or lie in a hammock all day long. That's not something that I really kind of feel about. And I don't think, maybe it's you guys in the States are different, but I don't think I'm above anything. I think I get the feeling Americans are probably a little bit more proud. Maybe a little bit. You guys are way more proud, probably job proud than we are. So maybe there is a bit about you where it's like when you achieve the level of like not being able to work, that means you've made it. because now you're so successful, you don't need to work. It's like the idea of a CEO in some people's brains is that they don't do anything. The owner doesn't do anything, when really they do the most because they have to look after so much things. They kind of have to have a bird's eye view. But maybe some Americans probably see the idea of like not working as like the final boss. Fuck, I did it. I achieved it. I went from working like 60-hour weeks, 70, 80, 100-hour weeks. Now I'm doing like 10. Now I'm just checking emails on Fridays. You know what I mean? So maybe that's part of the allure. But I think a lot of what he's saying is detached from reality, because regular people don't really mind working. I know I don't. It's not that bad, especially if you've got a half decent job, especially if the pay is okay, especially if you've got good colleagues. It's not too much of a commute. It's not too shabby, especially nowadays. Nowadays, most of the jobs I've had have been working from home, have been working via a laptop. Again, it's not the best for like team harmony. It's not the best for like social stuff and stuff. It's not the best for even your mental, but you still get the ability to make a decent salary working from the comfort of your duvet. Not too shabby, right? Life wasn't always like this before, so you have to kind of count your blessings. But I think what Tim Dillon is saying here, in general, can be applied to a lot of people, but also is only applicable to entertainment people, because they all are kind of searching for a way to get out of the rat race and a way to kind of live in a perpetual state of arrested development.
These drugs, and they're fine, but let's not pretend that like there's some fetish in this country for hard work. Let's cut it out. What am I, 10? What am I, a child? You don't think I've been here? Everybody in this country is looking for their mother to die so they inherit a house. They're looking to slip and fall in a Wendy's to make money. I had a friend who injured himself in a Home Depot parking lot pushing a cart. And he sat on his ass for 2 years, and then they gave him $50,000. Scott, nice guy. And we all said to him, you could have made more money if you just worked those 2 years. But he couldn't work. He had to prove that he had a debilitating back injury. So they eventually gave him $50,000. Go, you could have made more than $50,000 had you just had a job. And you know what he said? It was the most American thing he ever said. He goes, and what would the point of that have been? What would have been the point of that? And he was right, because he sat on his ass for 2 years, and then he finally got a nameless, faceless corporation to kick him $50,000 because he was retarded. And that's the American dream. That's the American dream. The American dream is that. It's not to work hard every day, all day, and get nothing or a very little bit. It's to hack the city. All these kids go to Stanford, they put a hoodie on, and then Peter Thiel gives them $9 million because they say they want to build a spaceship. That's what it's about. It's about being full of shit and getting lucky.
And you know who made me think of that? You know who first came to mind when I heard this clip when he said that? Our boy Brendan Schaub. Maybe that's the main reason why people hate him as well. Another aspect of why the hate is so visceral. Because everybody realizes that he got a cheat code. He made it in spite of his talent, in spite of his personality, whatever it may be, lack of charisma. But he made it because of a hack, because of a cheat code. He met Brian Callen and he met Rogan. But then he didn't use the hack in his favor. He fumbled the hack. He found a way to get a baton at the finishing line and still drop it before he crossed the finishing line and finish dead last. So maybe that's part of the reason why people dislike him so much. Like, how the fuck could you fuck up a situation where you get given a boost, you get given a chance to jump in front of the queue many places because of your friendship with Rogan and Brian Callen? We all know it's not what you know is who you know. You finally got the chance to prove that. You finally got the chance to enjoy the fruits of that, and you still fucked it up. That might be the reason why people hate Brendan. Another sly reason underneath it all. Not that he's not that they think he's undeserving and shit, because who really deserves anything nowadays, right? Who are you to say who deserves something? That's a little bit, presumptuous and a little bit fucking, crazy to say that to anybody. But maybe people look at him and think, fuck, man, what would I do if I had a Rogan friendship? What would I do if I had Brian Callen in my corner early on? What would I have been if I had all these fucking connections living in LA, especially during the time of the comedy podcast inception? and he still fucked it up, and it's hanging on by a thread. Maybe that's the reason why people hate him. It's like, fuck, man. The American dream is to make it the way he did, in spite of your IQ, in spite of your intellect, in spite of your ability to even pronounce words, right? And he still manages to fuck it up. Maybe that's why people dislike the guy so much.
That's what the country's about. And there's nothing wrong with it either. There's nothing wrong with it because that's inevitably where civilization lands. It starts with hard work. And then people figure out that that's gay. It's pretty dumb to toil in the field. And then people start realizing, actually, we found a better way to do it. This is where civilizations all go. They all go to where no one's really working. No one's doing much of anything. And that's where we're at.
And again, he's very isolated and very, when it comes to this, this is a very warped sense of reality because in most parts of the world, everyone's working. I think because he's in that bubble of being around entertainment people, he thinks most people don't want to work, but regular people don't mind working. That's why regular people are complaining about AI, because they actually enjoy their jobs. They actually don't mind being customer service reps. They actually don't mind being telemarketers. They actually don't mind it. And now those jobs are being taken away through AI because, it's way more efficient and cost effective to just use those fucking AI bots and shit. But I don't think any of these guys have. Now, and I find it interesting too why they don't have any regular friends. Because I still have regular friends. I have, maybe you guys are different, or you guys are the same as I am. I have friends who are into all sorts of things. I have friends who are into football. I have friends who I go out clubbing with. I have friends I might go to concerts with, friends I might go to festivals with, friends I might go shop, like whatever. It's all across the board. So it's weird that these guys only have friends that happen to want to be involved in the entertainment industry who don't want to work. But they don't have they don't have a friend who just works as a shift leader at fucking Costco or something. They don't have a friend who drives trucks. They don't have a friend that delivers for fucking Amazon. Really? You don't have one friend that just does that on the side or does stuff for Lyft and like, huh? All your friends want to be fucking script writers and editors and producers and directors. Like, it's such a weird work. That's just so boring. So our friends are all have the same interest, have the same, have the same occupation almost. I don't know. Maybe I'm gassing the thing. I think it's a bit odd to have all your friends in one thing. I don't know. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, big up NN. Regular civilians don't understand comedic mind. Exactly. We're just not cut out to be friends with fucking these elite level comedians. These elite level Navy SEALs. Fucking top of the top Spartan warrior. When it comes to comedians, we just don't have what it takes to be their friends. We just don't have what it takes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we just don't have what it takes. We just don't have what it takes. Cool, moving on. Moving on. So we got this post I want to read to you, courtesy of the Fire the Kids subreddit, where somebody who allegedly works as a baseball coach or something, I guess here, is lending some knowledge, lending some credence, lending some information to the whole new Brendan Schaub hustle grift arc where he's trying to be a baseball dad. So we're going to read that guy's post, but we're going to refresh ourselves with the fucking most funniest crying video ever you'll see of Brendan, where he has a little bit of a meltdown, a little bit of a crying fit, thinking about his kid playing baseball. I think this is fucking hilarious, to be fair, because this is definitely a grift. He even turned up to work wearing a Padres jersey. Yeah, I think that's a fear of God baseball hat, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's like a fear of God baseball hat. I think so. But yeah, he turned up in his baseball gear, which he never wears because he's always in like car guy gearhead mode. So this is definitely a bit of a purposefully done grift hustle attempt to go viral thing. It all feels a bit, premeditated, but whatever. Let's play the clip and we'll read what that guy said.
Dude, I could die tomorrow. I've had a great fucking life. I'm a cat. I've had 9 lives career-wise. I played football, and it was such a good time. I was in the UFC. Oh my God, the things I did, it was so cool. Stand up? Are you joking me, dude? Oh my God, some of the best times ever. I'm so lucky. I've done cool shit. I've done cool shit with this guy. We've done cool shit.
Yeah.
Nothing is better.
It's true.
Than that.
It's true.
Sorry.
It's worth crying over.
Yep. I'm just happy.
It's the only thing it's the only thing that gets me going too.
Just happy.
That's amazing. That's amazing, dude.
Can you realize you're doing something right? You realize you're doing.
I love that end bit. Brian tries to move on and Brendan keeps trying to cry. It's so funny. That last bit's the end.
It's amazing, dude.
Can you realize you're doing something right? You realize you're doing something right.
That's amazing, dude.
Can you realize you're doing something right? You realize you're doing something right.
That's amazing, dude.
Can you realize you're doing something right? You realize you're doing something right.
Oh man, honestly. Anyway, that's what Brendan said about that. Let's read the guy's post. So the guy on the Find the Kid subreddit said, "Okay, enough. Just saw another chip of Papa with tears in his eyes." Look how he writes. Honestly, Shubanese is so good. Shubanese is fucking incredible. Look how he writes tears in his eyes. Look how he writes tears in his eyes. Another chip of Papa with tears in his eyes. BC, his son is so good at baseball. Listen up, Buttercup. Warning, TLDR. So let's read the whole thing. So, courtesy of Free Unique. If this guy weren't such a narcissist / sociopath / psychopath / borderline or whatever personality disorder he's hauling around that makes him immune to shame, he'd be so embarrassed about these antics very soon. Talking about the very near future of his son's career. D1 baseball dad here again. Baseball is a game of failure. First you fail, then you improve, then you level up and fail miserably. Improve again, fail again, and then. This is not football where your fast kid will stick highlight reels of long TD runs until kids get as fast as him or he gets injured. This is not boxing where your strong kid stacks KO montages until he's at the top of the amateurs. This is a weekend after weekend of being surrounded by the same parents that have the same dreams for their kids as you do for your kid. They know exactly what you're thinking. They see right through you. And if you act like you think your kid is tracking towards MLB at any point in their youth, much less under 8s, for goodness sake, you're going to look and feel so fucking stupid. Whole ass out. Not to mention, all of those parents are going to revel in the two of you's inability to adapt. Their Schadenfreude will be Fig Daddy, and not only will you feel it, you'll deserve it. Your kid won't though, sadly. You see, if your kid is good, he will inevitably progress to a level of competition where he's either not as physically developed as those kids yet and struggles mightily, leaking confidence all the while. Coaches doesn't see your kid the way you do, or your kid rides the pine, leaking confidence all the while. Your kid drive doesn't match yours, and he comes to a crossroad where he either fully commits because he wants to, or he fully submits quickly and loses interest in the sport, all the while leaking confidence. I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer to see Tiger make it because he's a kid, and you know he's an innocent person in this whole regard. But I have a feeling the way Brendan talks about him, he's gonna end up like Point Free. He's gonna end up just fully losing interest in all sports, even though he seems to be gifted. He seems to have the size already. He's bigger than most kids, people always say, Brendan always says, and whatever it may be. I have a feeling the way Brendan keeps pushing this kid into always doing stuff professionally and all this sort of nonsense, I feel like it's gonna have an adverse effect on him. He's gonna end up like a lot of my friends that grew up with parents who were basically failed athletes and tried to live vicariously through them. most of my friends, I think 90% of them who were professional football players when we were kids, they were playing for West Ham, Arsenal, Fulham, Crystal Palace, all these things when you were fucking under fucking 15. Most of these guys don't even play five-a-side. They don't even watch football. Most of these guys play golf, they play darts and shit. They're completely disinterested in football, all because their parents made it unfun. Their parents made it just the worst thing ever. There was loads of stakes on it. They wouldn't talk to them if they had a bad game on the drive home. They'd be snappy. They'd be arguing with coaches, arguing with players. They'd be going crazy in the sidelines. They're just doing too much. And all of my friends that were in it, 90% of them have left. I'm not doing it anymore. So I have a feeling that he's going to end up like the third. Again, I would hope he doesn't, because I want him to be successful. That'd be great. But the way Brendan keeps pushing this kid, bam. Anyway, it continues. With 100% certainty, I can tell you that all of these obstacles await your kid. How he handles and responds to these obstacles is when your parenting is truly to put to the test. Read that again. With 100% certainty, I can tell you that all those obstacles await your kid. How he handles and responds to these obstacles is when your parenting is truly put to the test. As the parent, your kid will be heavily relying upon you for guidance. Whether you two realize it or not, he will need you to help. He will need you to help instill a self-belief in him that is so strong it can overcome crippling fear and doubt. This is the most challenging part of a whole journey of being a baseball dad. It requires extreme grace, patience, love, humility that few possess. An emotional rock of a man that shows up to every game and tournament and only to be seen, not to be heard. That's impossible. We've already seen a clip of Brendan on the sidelines going crazy. He already talks on podcasts about him coaching the kids. There's one particular clip, actually. Do you guys remember it? Do you guys remember it? There's a clip of Brendan where he looks like he's doing something to Tiger or giving him some sort of instruction. And the coach, I don't know if you guys even know, if you play sports or if you've watched your niece or nephew play sports, the coach has got like a glazed look over his eye, like just go away. Like he's not even looking at Brendan's direction. He's just looking straight at the fucking field. Like that kind of like, you know, he annoys him a lot. They kind of just put up with him because he's a famous guy. He pays money. You know what I mean? Whatever. His kid is well liked, all that stuff. What are you guys saying? Big up Uche. I know what you mean, AZ. Brendan might fuck around and end up with a kid that's a drag queen or an anarchist or some shit completely opposite. Of course. He will end up... Brendan's greatest fear will be that Tiger ends up being a fucking live streamer. Or he ends up playing fucking games. He ends up wanting to be in fucking FaZe Clan. Or whatever his version of FaZe Clan is in when he grows up. That's Brendan's worst fear. That his kid becomes a Twitch streamer or something. And looks up to fucking iShowSpeed, looks up to Kai Cenat, looks up to Aiden Ross. He would hate that. But that's most likely going to happen if he keeps pushing him this way. If he keeps making it about like... Because he tells that story. This is, again, my opinion, not having an 8-year-old. But Brendan tells that story about his kid wanting to play baseball and being like, oh, Dad, can you help me? Right? It sounds like a fucking Hollywood movie. It sounds made up. It sounds like a lie. But let's believe it's true. In my opinion, if your kid comes up to you and says, Dad, can you help me become a professional baseball player? You're meant to take it down a notch. Oh, that's amazing, son. It's great to hear that you want to play baseball, but you're meant to take all of the professionalism, contracts, expectations to make it pro out of it. You're meant to just be like, oh, yes, of course you can do that. Let's have some fun. It's good, and just make it a fun thing. You're meant to take away all the pressure. You're meant to take away all the expectation. You're meant to kind of make it just a fun thing. Like, this is just one of the sports he plays. They play badminton, they play chess, they play volleyball, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like anything. You just meant to make it fun, especially at that age. When they're older, fair enough, it's different. But if your 8-year-old kid wants to play sports, you don't automatically like start telling him about fucking trials and shit. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit of a pussy about it, but I think when you're under 8, because I remember being that age, I played every single sport under the sun just because it was fun. You didn't play it because you were expecting to make it. That making thing only kind of happened when you became maybe an early teenager. You started to, oh yeah, shit. You see your friends, they were, because you started to realize it when you're an early teenager, because a lot of my friends were playing for like West Ham, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Millwall, you know, all these teams in London, and they'd maybe leave in the middle of the day to go play for their team. They might play for their district. They might play for their country at the time, England, under whatever. And they'd be like, oh shit, they're leaving, they get to leave early. And that's when you realize, oh shit, it might be quite fun to play for a team because you get a chance to fucking, you know, leave early. But It was never about pro. You just wanted to have fun. But again, what do I know? I'm a funner. Also, it requires a ton of time on an empty ball fields and cages at all hours of the day, all times of the year. Just the two of you, religiously. Not glamorous, workman-like. This is in addition to all the team obligations your son is already committed to, which is the bare minimum, and every single player is putting in the time too, by simply being on the team. This one-on-one time between you and your son, logging rep after rep, bucket after bucket, this is where you pump him up mentally and emotionally, instilling that unshakable self-belief that propels him through the inevitable failures that await the two of you. Good luck, Papa. I have zero faith in you. Scathing words, but very true and accurate words, very fair words. And most likely this advice would not be heeded, and I don't think he's doing this. I don't think Brendan's approaching it in this way. He's approaching it in the same way he speaks about it on the pod, and it doesn't sound healthy. It doesn't sound balanced. It doesn't sound considerate. It just sounds a little bit all over the place. So I don't think it's going to end well, personally. I think that kid's going to lose all interest in all sports. He's going to pick up a controller pad and we'll never hear a Tiger again. I predict that kid's going to lose all interest in sports, and we won't hear Brendan talk about Tiger the same way he doesn't talk about Boston too much. Unfortunately. Because in Brendan's eyes, if you're not into sports, you basically don't matter. You know what I mean? So he's going to be like, oh, you don't count. You're not a real man type of thing if he doesn't play sports. So I expect that's going to be a thing, which is dumb as well, because, you know, the kid will probably make more money streaming than playing sports. And it's probably, I'd imagine the odds of being a famous streamer is probably just as, you know, the odds are probably just as low as being a professional baseball player. Maybe. But still, the potential to make money is far greater in streaming, you'd imagine. Maybe the same, or maybe not. Maybe baseball's a bit more, because they get like 3-digit million fucking, you know, contracts for multiple years and shit. So maybe that's a bit different. But either way, brilliant advice there from Free Unique. Big up Free Unique on the Fire the Kids subreddit. Big up Free Unique on the Fire the Kids subreddit for that very poignant and very interesting insight into what it takes to be a baseball dad. What are you guys saying in the stream chat? Big up Ricky Pitcher. Wagwan, good to see you, brother. Hope you're good. Not abusing children doesn't make you a pussy. Yeah, big up Warren. Okay, fair play, Warren. Thank you for that. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the kind words. You know, XQC made more money than LeBron. Yeah, I saw that, KP. Yeah, exactly. I saw a picture of it. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. Let's see if I can find it. But these streamers, man, this is what I want to do. This is the level that I want to get on. Fuck the rest of it. Fuck all this fucking trying to fucking whip your kid into being an MLB star and shit. Give me some of this. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. I'm gonna search for it on Twitter now. Oh shit, it's already 6. I need to fucking head to the gym soon. Bear with me a sec. If you're enjoying the stream too, make sure you like the stream down below, please. If you're enjoying the stream, please make sure you like the stream down below. Please make sure you like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. Please make sure you like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. Please make sure you like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. Please make sure you like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. That'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me find the fucking clip. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Where is it? Look at this, bro. Allegedly, XQC got his new girlfriend a matching fucking, what is it? Is it an AP? I think that's an AP, right? Look at this watch. This is what I want to be doing, bro. And it actually doesn't look too bad, to be fair, because I don't like a lot of these rich guy watches look kind of awful, but this actually looks kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. So he got his girlfriend a matching watch. So they got one. He got one in black. She got one in white. That's pretty nice, isn't it? And I don't know, how much is that watch? $500,000? Maybe 300 grand. I don't know how much APs cost. I'm not really a watch guy. I wear Casios and shit. But yeah, that's nice. That's fucking nice, mate. Not too bad. So I'm not surprised this kid got a better contract than LeBron. You know? I'm not surprised this guy got a better contract than LeBron, because only more than LeBron money could afford his and hers fucking matching APs, bro. Fucking wild. Black and white ones. Like, oof, 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 oof. That is what you call wealth, riches, millions, donations. You know that meme. You know that meme. But yeah, big up XQC. Big up XQC. Okay, cool. I think have I done 2 hours? Cause I got to bounce now. Cause I got to go gym in a bit. Yeah, shit, it's 2 hours 10. So that I think might be it for now, and I'm gonna come back later in the day to do more. But I think I've done the rest I can do now already. Quickly have a double check what I missed out on. Yeah, the rest of it I'll catch up on with you later, because I've got more stuff to go through on the list. But I'm gonna go for now, my friends. Thank you for tuning in, my friends. Those of you that are here watching the show live, please make sure you like the stream. If you're watching after the fact, also like the stream. Don't be tight, help me out. Don't be tight, help me out. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, never a fucking chore. I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Hope you've enjoyed every single minute of it too. If you have, please make sure you like the stream down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. There's going to be a Taz show uploading soon, so keep an eye out for that. Clips are already available. Timestamps will be added to this stream and the last one soon, so keep an eye on that also. And yeah, man, thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back later on today for another episode of fucking Random Show, when obviously I finish all the work stuff and stuff. So keep an eye out for me. I'll be back again later, so please keep an eye out for me. I'll be back again later. But thank you for tuning in, every single one of you. I appreciate you all. It's been a fucking blessing, never a chore. Big up NNN, Joel, and Don Dotter, my G, Sean, I see you, Wagwan, Ricky Pitcher, Super Jello, KP, thank you for joining. Kyle K20, thank you for joining. Joel from MIA, thank you for joining. Uche, of course, much love to you. Who else is here? Andrew W, I see you. Jack Donahue Jr, I see ya. The Maz 197, Wagwan, James Hathaway Art, what's good? Everybody, appreciate you all for joining. Z, of course, big up my guys, Z, Max Fisher, so many of you here in the stream chat. Thank you for joining. Please make sure you like the stream before you leave. Cannabis Bazaar, big up you too. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours after the whole work thing. So happy Monday to all of you. Hope you all have a good Monday. Hope it all goes well for you. Hope you all, you know, do what needs to be done for the Monday and shit, and I'll see you guys on the other side. But for now, peace out, my friends. Peace.